Kessel's way. Charges என்ன?
சேர்த்தது
Wait. Okay.
உச்சி இல்லை உச்சி சூப்பர்.
Okay. All right. Let's start, and we need to catch up quite a lot. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to.
They also can unmute.
Huh?
They can unmute.
Just give me 1 second. Okay. So. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. You all my gurus. Everyone is gurus. So we have been really going through most important chapters. Right now is on 37. I go to America அப்படிங்கிற chapter we are trying to get through really fast. So what I'm going to do it is, Ram is ready to write the test, right? Ram, next week.
Yes, sir. Next week, next Sunday.
Ram is coming on March or April, he said. He's coming, he's looking for April or May. Yeah, March, April, May, right, Ram?
Yeah, before April, sir.
Before April. Okay. Good. But take your time. Okay. Understanding is most important. But I think you got important instruction. எப்போ பேசணுமோ January 1st பேசணும்ல? Yeah, most important one. You got the most important one. Good. Yeah. Very nice. Alright, so I go to America. இதுல வந்து he is talking to his Guruji. Guruji, I have just been invited to address a religious congress in America. Shall I go? அப்படின்னு கேட்கிறாரு இவர்கிட்ட. And he is saying all doors are open for you. Master replied simply, it is now or never. வார்த்தைகளை கவனிக்கணும். So you have to make sure that you understand it. Because the portal opens only for once. Opportunity knocks only once. Especially in spiritual journeys, okay, when you get a call, you need to honor it. It's vital. Okay? So, because once you miss it, it's going to take time. It's not going to come, but it's going to take time. That's all. So, give importance to it. Now or never. That's what he's saying. But, sir, I said in this May, what do I know about public speaking? Seldom have I given a lecture and never in English. Look at him. And we are, all of us were like that. We never thought that we are going to fluently talk like this in English. Never ever. That can happen, you know. But think about him writing this book and still now in number 1 in universities for the spiritual education. 46 plus universities are, you know, following this. That much the language is so pristine and the message is crystal clear. Not only with this one, some of the yogis who realized could be able to verify that whatever is being here is all 100% true. Like, you know, we verified it with Vivekananda's complete work of yoga, which is prior to this one. So he wrote prior to that one. So he wrote it between 1895 to 1900. So 5 to 6 years period he wrote that when he was here. Complete work of yoga. Next week is our another brave Gurudev's birthday on Sunday. Exactly.
1 week difference.
Yeah, 1 week difference. Exactly. Okay. His birthday is next week. So I was thinking revisiting Patanjali Yoga Sutra. It's 99 cents for a Kindle book and $1.99 for an audiobook. Okay. So re-quoting ourselves and understanding is vital. I want to emphasize, highly emphasize, Patanjali Yoga Sutra is what get us going ultimately.
Ram has some questions or he has raised his.
Sir, Patanjali Yoga Sutras by Swami Sachidananda book oda sir.
Illa, this is by Swami Vivekananda.
Okay.
I'll send the link, okay? Actually, I need to get the speaker, I thought of having it here. It is there, Kumara, so if you open the door, the last one on the shelf, it is there. The small Bluetooth, yeah. If you could, please. Yeah, put the light on. Yeah. Just left side, look at straight. Yeah, right there. Thank you. Yeah, so it's most important one, the Patanjali Yoga Sutra.
Okay.
Just on it, because we better have to get those forms again. Let me try second. கேக்குதா?
Okay, good sir.
Awesome. English or no English, your words on yoga shall be heard in the West. English or no English, I don't care. Yeah, I laugh. Well, dear Guruji, I hardly think the Americans will learn Bengali. Please bless me with a push over the hurdles of the English languages. And he gets it. 45 minutes he talks in the ship. And he doesn't know what he talked. ஏன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 10 minutes அப்படியே ஸ்தம்பிச்சு நிற்கிறார், என்ன பேசுன்னு தெரியாது. சிரிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிடுறாங்க, ஷிப்ல சிரிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிடுறாங்க. நம்ம மக்கள்லாம் டென்ஷன் ஆகிடுவாங்க சிரிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சா. But he doesn't know, so he's begging how I'm going to talk, what I'm going to do. Right? I don't know what I'm going to do, but 10 minutes after that, when it starts, he lost his himself. He lost himself. So he talks for 45 minutes and then அதுக்கப்புறம் he goes and asks, how did the speech was, what did I talk? You did well, everybody said. That was amazing speech. And think about it, in that he says, that is the speech only made him to get booked in Boston for almost for 2-3 months. So it's a vital moment in that 45 minutes. And it happened. Right? So and that is the key there, that with a gaze of majestic power, the master electrified me with a glimpse of his cosmic consciousness. If there should rise suddenly within the sky sunburst of 1,000 suns, flooding earth with beams unbeamed off, then might be that holy one's majesty and radiance dreamed of. In a short while, Babaji started toward the door, so he is remarking, do not try to follow me, you know that one. You all know that, that is where that Babaji comes, right? And he is trying to give him the blessings. So, most of the things Yeah. So I was telling you that he got stunned for 10 minutes. The situation was not funny to me at the moment because everybody was laughing. Then I sent a silent prayer to Master. You can speak. His voice suddenly, instantly within my consciousness heard. My thoughts fell at once into a friendly relation with the English language. 45 minutes later, the audience was still attentive. The talk won me a number of invitations to lecture later before various groups in America. I never could remember afterward a word that I had spoken. My discreet inquiry I learned from a number of passengers. You gave an inspiring lecture in steering and correct English. At this delightful news, I humbly thanked my Guru for his timely help, realizing I knew that he was ever with me, setting at not all barriers of time and space. Once in a while during the remainder of the ocean trip, I experienced a few apprehensive twinges about the upcoming English lecture or at the Boston Congress. Lord, I pray deeply. Please let my soul inspiration be thyself. So he was, even though this 45-minute speech he gave, அப்பப்போ உள்ளுக்குள்ள ஒரு பட்டர்ஃப்ளை ஐயோ அந்த பாஸ்டன்ல போயிட்டு அவ்வளோ பெரிய மகாசபையில இந்த பயவுல என்ன பேச போறானோ, right? He had that butterfly moment, nervousness, even though we think, right? So he shows, see, he writes genuinely he writes what happened. Okay, he's not immediately gifted. You say, oh, okay, now you talk in English, now you talk in German. No, he is genuinely saying that it is not going to happen overnight. You have to go through what you have to go through. The only key message we can take it from here is surrender. You all see it? That's the last thing he says. Lord, I prayed deeply. Please let my soul inspiration be thyself. உங்களுடையதாகட்டும், எனக்கு வேண்டாம். Right? So that's the prayer that he is doing it. And he shared the picture of the first moment after he comes back. It's just like all our magical moments. You can all imagine how it could have been in 1920. 1920. Exactly 104 years ago, before. So that is what I see. The crowd on the picture, you guys need to see it. About 2,000 to 3,000 people are sitting there. You see, 2,000 to 3,000 people. Look at the crowd. This is the exact crowd in 1893 October time frame for Swami Vivekananda was there. You know, he's like an ordinary guy walking on the platform. Swami Vivekananda. Just going inside, as though nothing he knows it. Nobody, you know what happened? One guy was bullying Vivekananda. While he was walking before, one guy started, what is this turban and all? He pulled the turban, it seems. And that and all happened. He didn't, he just tells him that, this is our way and, explains that, but then he moves on. But anyway, so those things happens. So we have to, what we get it is basically is only the rosy part. We think that they are direct from God or no. They are just like us. So we need to understand that they have gone through just like us. Same agonies, same kind of, frustrated times, families, issues, roller coaster ride, up and down. You all have to be going through that. That is a process. No one can help it. So, after that event and all, it is all history, you know that one. The next chapter is 38 is Luther Burbank, a saint amid the roses. You all know that one. The secret of improved plant breeding apart from the scientific knowledge is love. Luther Burbank uttered this wisdom as I walked beside him in his garden in Santa Rosa, California. We halted near a bed of edible cacti. While I was conducting experiments to make spineless cacti, he continued, I often talk to the plants to create a vibration of love. You have nothing to fear. I would tell them, you don't need your defensive thorns. I will protect you. Gradually, the usual plant of the desert emerged in a thornless variety. There is no chemical, nothing. Chemical is only talk. Can you believe that? Chapati kalli. Mullillada chapati kalli. In this chapter, the most important lesson is the stubbornness of the plants. The most extreme willpower a living creation is there is plants, only plants. Extreme willpower is there for them. They are stubborn to the core. They stick with what they know and they don't change. Now a question would come. If I say, I love you so much, okay, I just say, I love you so much, all of you. You are hearing me. Keep saying, why don't you bloom a rose on this one? Would it bloom?
If you believe in it, if you believe
Yes.
100%, it will.
It will start believing it, but the problem is now communication. How much you are believing and communicating the willpower. The willpower of this money plant, right? We got to be really telling that you can also make it to bloom, but we have to be talking so intensely. So intensely, you have to be so much close. If a thorn can go away, why not flower? We don't ask that one because it's supremely difficult for the plant to adapt to that level. All you are asking is the thorn was to protect itself. It will ask the question, why do I need to bloom as a rose? You need to answer that. So the point is, the yadakam madakam and all won't work. Right? The thing is what you are asking. See, he is saying genuinely, he is saying, I will protect you. Why you had a thorn is to protect you. Somebody should not eat you because you are the only one available in the desert. So someone needs to protect you. Now that is listening because it makes sense and it understands. Right? That is the way we should think. So we should not say, oh yeah, I will make a rose to bloom on this one. That's not going to happen. Yes, it will happen as you are saying, but then what is the point? It is going to ask, what is the point for me? If you want rose, why don't you go to the rose tree?
That will become ahankaram, right? If you say that I want the rose.
Yes, then you are saying, oh, you can do it. That's ahankara. You are asking for something that you can do it, you are saying, right? That's not right.
நான்
Anyway.
ஒரு ஸ்டோரி சொல்கிறேன் ஜி.
Hmm?
ஒரு ஸ்டோரி இதுக்கு சொல்கிறேன்.
Yeah.
ரெட் கலரில் செம்பருத்தி வச்சுருந்தேன். என் ஃப்ரெண்டு வந்து இங்கேருந்து ஃப்ளோரிடா போகிறப்ப என்ன சொன்னாப்புல, இந்த ஸ்டெம் எடுத்து வச்சேன்னா வரும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. அப்போ கூட யோசிக்கலை, சரி வைக்கலாம் அப்படின்ட்டு அதை வச்சேன். அது வந்து பூ பூத்துச்சு. இந்த செம்பருத்தி வந்து டை ஆயிடுச்சு.
Yeah? In sympathy?
டை.
Oh.
Yeah. That time only I realized, okay, I have in your house, why you need another one? So I am going, you can have this one. I realized that.
Wow.
நல்லா வந்துட்டு இருந்துச்சு. ஒரு 10-15 ஒரு நாளைக்கு பூக்கும். அப்படியே இது வந்து ஒன்று வந்த உடனே அப்படியே ஃபுல்லாக முடிஞ்சிச்சு.
பார்த்தீங்களா அது?
அது இன்னும் என்னால் மறக்கவே முடியல அது.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh wow. Do you see the love? Man, amazing. Wow.
அது இருக்குது இப்போ. எல்லோ வந்துருச்சு, பொசசிவ் வந்துருச்சு. நம்ம இருக்கு.
ஓ, இதுல ரெட்ல இருந்து எல்லோ வந்துருச்சு.
எல்லோ வச்சதுனால தானே இது போச்சு.
Nice. So Burbank is become a dictionary word. Means it is in the Webster's, it is saying to cross or graft a plant. Hence, figuratively to improve anything as process or institution by selecting good features and rejecting bad, or by adding good features. See, that's all you can do, and that is possible. That completes the chapter 38. 39, most important one for Ram. அவர் வந்து அதுல இருந்து மீற முடியாம அப்படியே அதுலயே உள்ளே இருக்கார். தெரேசா நியூமன், the Catholic stigmatist, have been saying she had years earlier I had read an amazing account of Teresa. Information given in the article was as follows. What did Gurudev knows about it? Teresa born on Good Friday in 1988. Point. Teresa born on Good Friday in 1898, was injured in an accident at the age of 20. She became blind and paralyzed. She miraculously regained her sight in 1923. Okay, so think about it. If you add 20 to 8 and 18, 23 is 5 years later. So 5 years later, through prayers to Saint Teresa of Lisieux, the little flower, later Teresa Newman's limbs were instantaneously healed. From 1923 onward, Teresa has abstained completely from food and drink except for the daily swallowing of one small consecrated wafer. The stigmata on Teresa's head, breast, hands and feet. Every Friday she experiences the passion of Christ, suffering in her own body all his historic agonies. Knowing ordinarily only the simple German of her village, during her Friday trances, Teresa utters phrases which scholars have identified as ancient Aramaic. At appropriate times in her vision, she speaks Hebrew or Greek. By ecclesiastical permission, Teresa has several times been under close scientific observation in 1923, 26 after 26. Dr. Fritz Grulich, editor of a Protestant German newspaper, went to Konnersreuth to expose the Catholic fraud. This is the most important. Here there are people who, just for atheists and all they say, right? I will prove you are a fraud. So this doctor went there, exposed the Catholic fraud, but ended up by reverently writing her biography. Did you notice that he is a Protestant? He is not a Catholic. So he gave a title and already left saying expose the Catholic fraud. இந்த அம்மாவுக்கு வரதெல்லாம் எல்லாம் பூச்சாண்டி காமிச்சிட்டு இருக்காங்க. I am going to witness it and write it. And he become finally, but ended up by reverently writing her biography. Now, why she has to show that one? Why she has to, on every Friday she needs to do that and show it? Anyone has a clue? This question is out now for Ram. Why does she need to do that?
To bring a faith.
That is one answer. Good.
அவரோட பர்பஸா பண்ணல.
Mm-hmm.
She was experiencing whatever experiencing it was happening. She didn't want to, she didn't meant to show to people. But she was how much she was experiencing inside truthfully, that was coming out.
Now நம்ம ஊரெல்லாம் சாமி வருதுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Right? Any relevancy to that one, to this? Not really. Not really. It's a belief. Right? It's a belief, 100% belief that they are getting this. Now, why she has chosen on Friday, why it has to happen to her as though she is experiencing it.
குட் ஃப்ரைடேல பிறந்ததுனால
அது ஒண்ணு. So clues are there. So he has given 6 or 7 points. He is trying to give you so that you ask the question yourself and you answer your own with your consciousness. You will get the answers.
Good Friday, on Good Friday,
Christians.
like Jesus Christ was
ஜீசஸ்
crucified.
கிரைஸ்ட் அந்த
Resurrect.
Good Friday she was born, but not every Friday is a Good Friday.
No, resurrect.
But she was doing it from 1926 on every Friday. Every Friday only. Why? Why it has to happen? That Friday
Like,
only.
On Good Friday, like the Jesus Christ was crucified that particular day.
Correct. So she is
So-
experiencing that one every Friday.
I'm assuming that.
Okay. But so one thing what he said is to show faith, but talking in Hebrew and Arabic. And one point of a time Gurudev will tell that the சிலுவை வந்துட்டு அது கீழே விழும். அப்ப கர்த்தர் கீழே விழறாரு, இவங்களும் பெட்ல டம்முன்னு கீழே விழுவாங்க. அங்க தடால்னு பக்கத்துல ஒருத்தர் நின்று டபால்னு மாட்டி அடிச்சு விட்டுருவாரு. குதிரை வந்து கிளியரா சொல்லுவாரு, அற்புதமா சொல்லியிருப்பாரு. அது வந்து எனக்கு வந்து மெஸ்மரைசிங்கா இருக்கும். Sometimes I have felt that very minor version of it, I think. Intensely you focus. Okay, so he was intensely connected with super consciousness state with what she is in. So I was saying, like I said it to Shalini, I know what you are saying. Okay, and then same thing now. Her cousin was talking. I said, while he was talking, I said, yeah, I see it. I was saying, when I intensely focus, you can just get the thoughts and you can see that as a picture. So the part here is she was experiencing it as and when Jesus was walking, she was experiencing that as Jesus himself. One. That is the reason the blood is coming out. That is the reason. Who is that? So, imagine that blood was coming is not like what she's simulating and all. Exact time frame when that happened, she is experiencing it by herself every Friday. And the ounce of blood goes out also, Gurudev says. And she doesn't eat. Everything is documented. So Ram is mesmerized on this one. Extremely documented, so well. Why? That's a question that we need to answer. Why this has to happen? To create awareness that this is not something that Bible has been written by someone. Same thing like our epics. It all happened. We have an evidence, and also we can experience it by going to. And she wants to show it and prove it that it was real. This was there. This has happened. And that's why she was happily going through that. Because she understands it. one other part, now since we are moving away, is there is any questions? Are we clear?
Still, I didn't get
Yeah,
why
every Friday
it has to happen for her.
every Friday இருக்குங்க.
So, every Friday, only 50 tickets they give. Not everybody gets to see it, because they got to see it very close.
What every Friday?
Every Friday, she does it.
She gets this blessings.
Every Friday, ரத்தம் வரும். ஃபுல்லா உடம்பெல்லாம். Okay? Feel like she got through that exact same thing.
But the next day, that all the
All will be gone. அதான் ஒரு when Gurudev, when he shakes his hand, he sees. அதையும் சொல்லியிருப்பார், நோட் பண்ணியிருப்பார். அந்த ஊண்டினுடைய காயங்கள் இருந்தது அப்படின்னு. ஏன்னா கையில ஆணி. He is documenting it so well that making sure everything is meticulously. You're going to ask questions and you will get answers because he knows it that this is going to be asked. So only 50 at that time. There is no TV, there is no live YouTube live coverage.
Yeah.
Nothing was there.
இந்தியாவில் நடக்கிறது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். இது வந்து எங்கேயோ ஏதோ ஒரு ஊர்ல இவருக்கு எப்படி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்துச்சு இந்த நியூஸ்.
இது வந்துட்டு ஜெர்மன் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் பாஸ்டன்ல இருந்தவங்க
Ah,
ஒருத்தர் வந்து இந்த 6 பாயிண்ட்ஸ் நான் படிச்சேன். அது அவங்க கிட்ட சொல்றாங்களோ, so he got induced to it. He wants to go and meet because the reason of writing him to book, you all will understand now. To prove that miracle is nothing but basically is a science. Okay, it's by science, and he writes the evidence for that one in chapter 30. How, when that will happen, the rule of miracles. அப்படின்னு சொல்றப்போ அவர் சொல்றார். So, if she is imagining, no, she is not. So, did I imagine myself when I went 1008 births before, when I killed that elephant? I didn't imagine. And when elephant ran through me, did I imagine? I have never thought that one in my life. I was going to. So I died. I saw that myself dying. Recently I died the way a guy died in Syria. I never realized it. It was horror for me. Okay? It's horrible. It was horrible, but just cannot take it. But having going through it and then finally seeing it that he gets survived. How how he escaped from that torture from Syrian government, that they did it for him. He just got only 2 feet box. You have been put in. You cannot wiggle your hand. You cannot do anything. You just need to stay there like that. You cannot get up. I was like that. Oh, shock. It was tremendous pain.
எப்படி மடிச்சு வைக்கணும்.
Oh, don't tell me. I'm still going back there. I cannot take it. I'll just finally just like, I am dying, really dying. I will just say, you're not dying. Finally, but she will give the pain of me going through that. That pain, you have to go through that to understand it, right? So that's what it is all about. You get it? So that's the experience. So you can experience others' experience like Gurudev did it. Right? He was in one of the war, he looks at it, one bullet passes through him, he dies. He says, oh, I'm dead. Right? Like that feeling. But that 2 days I had last year was just the remarkable days that I cannot even forget in my life. Just remarkable. More than remarkable word is there that I think, I don't know how you shared or not, but this is one of it.
Yes, sir, you shared this. I think you got you're falling behind the Lapura Chalais.
That's a different thing, I
you
think.
shared.
No, this
You
is 2
got
consecutive days.
you said that you got locked into some this thing, but
Dark
not this
space,
one.
small
Yeah, this is the one locked into small. Yeah, just horrible. That one was horrible. Yeah, but that one is one, and then astral. Well, a visitor from astral plane, but lower astral plane. Lower astral plane, meaning that they are hanging around here. You know, so that one. So that one was on the previous day, and then this one is up. But again, this is to get an experience to understand it. That's okay. This is not like everyone has to go through or anything like that. It's nothing to be like that. I'm just saying that this could be, you know, trying to know how much you are willing to give. You know, test how much you are towards to you.
When you said when the mind dies, this all will happen.
Yeah. And to prove that one, when I went to cruise this time, I'm literally I'm numb. Like, there is no emotion, there is no joy. If there is emotion there, then I have a joy, right? I didn't have a joy. Nothing. It was pure neutral. I was like myself was saying, you did it something. Finally you did something, because nothing is impacting me. That was amazing feeling that I never had it, because I used to have vertigo, no vertigo. I went on jet skiing 40 miles an hour with a kid who is raging hormones. He was going like this. I had vertigo that I will throw up instantly. No issues. All are gone. Okay? She gave me the ocean sick. Nothing happened. Zero. Literally telling you, I can see myself is completely, I would say, close to completely transformed the person. Close to completely transformed the person. Nothing is impacting me, I can see that. And wherever I want to sit, however I want to focus, it was happening. That was the blessing. That is amazing. You won't understand it. Where I was, you know, where that terrace where the movie theaters are there, the sound you won't believe, they will blast. I was sitting there. Nothing I can hear. That was something. I was like, really? Am I doing this? Really? Really? But if I want to focus, I can hear the dialogue of the movie and stuff like that. But if I go back, boom, gone. That was sweet. I was reading one of the books, okay? I could be able to focus on. So, that kind of things that happens. But Gurudev was asking her, this is a very vital, important chapter. So how are you surviving without eating? Are you eating a light? I live by God's light. How simple her reply. How Einsteinian. How Einsteinian. You see, when you read it in English, it is totally different, okay? Than the Tamil translation. It's totally, this is original. I see you realize that energy flows to your body from the ether, sun and the air. Girivala. Same thing. இவங்களாவது ஒரு அப்பம் ஒரு துண்டாவது போகுது அந்த அம்மாவுக்கு அதுவும் கிடையாது. She doesn't even touch anything. She cooks. What is that is telling you? She cooks. She responds so beautifully for that.
Stubborn.
So don't you feel eating? Yeah, if you feel, you will eat. Understand it? If you feel, you will eat. If you feel, means she is the queen of conquering the senses. You have to conquer the senses. One day you came back and suddenly said, I left not eating anymore non-veg. It's a will, right?
I don't know, it's like a price for me till now.
See? Oh, same thing here. One person is sitting here. He will also say himself. Is it Sri Kumar? Hello? Hello? Sri Kumar, get up. Who is that Sri Kumar now? Mom is not believing.
So my friend, his Anurag, like who came from Charlotte today, yesterday, he has psoriasis. He was eating, he was a vegetarian only, but he was eating so many things. But now he cannot eat anything. Like, I mean, if he eats some dal, curd, something, it creates rashes.
Oh.
So he has left so many things. They are having very, very hard time to cook anything or eat anything for him. He lost about like 15, 16 pounds.
Wow.
So, I mean, what I was trying to say is like before the disease was discovered, he was eating. Now that he's controlling his mind and he's avoiding everything.
Oh, he's controlling his mind.
Meaning, like previously he was eating everything, right? Now, he thinks that if he eats
It's a
anything,
situation, right?
Yeah,
Still
it's
he
affecting.
feels that he wanted to eat, right? But
That's
because
different.
of the disease,
Yeah, he cannot.
He
That's a
cannot
different
eat.
one.
but at
It's
least
a
through the
karma.
mind, he's at least doing. He's just
No,
trying,
no,
avoiding.
That's not. He's not avoiding. He couldn't able to.
Yeah.
That is his dandana. That is the karma. That is a karmic reaction. That you want to, but you can't. நம்ம சொல்றோமே மல்டிபிளியனா இருப்பான் இருக்கிற உடம்புல எல்லா வியாதியும் இருக்கும் அவன் தொடவே முடியாது எதுவுமே சாப்பிட முடியாது அப்படின்னு. We know that. That's the karma because you want that, but you cannot have it. You see that one? We have seen that one. You know. So with that, there is a chapter complete. Ram, you have any additional questions? We have to move on to 40.
So, one of the passage like I was in attunement with her. I began to see the scenes of her visions, and then she was watching Jesus as he carried the timbers of the cross. So, not a kid, like attunement, like how they see the visions of another person, like every on the frequency, every other area.
Oh, very nice. Really an big answer, but I can answer it in a short version. Okay, which I think I probably explained you about the Agna Chakra. Remember? On this Monday, I think on January 1st, when I was explaining you the two petals, the past and the future, and the now is in the middle. So a person who immerses into the Agna Chakra can able to simultaneously see the past and the present and the future. So if the person whom you are now referring in this book, they could able to align to the frequency as you were saying, because it was a past, it has happened. Okay, so think about this one. Before 1980, before the tape recorders came, before the radio came in India, we used to go to the theater and watch. We cannot hear the same song in the radio because it's not available. We have to go to the theater to see it. After we evolved, tape recorder came, radio stations came. Radio was there, radio stations came. They got the copyright of the song and they started broadcasting. Now the frequency of that song is available in the air. But what can pull that frequency? Only the radio. If you can tune it to that frequency, you will hear it. 1000% I can guarantee you. You can hear it. That is what the evolution.
Sometimes it happens like, we will be walking on the street. Some song maybe come in our mind. After going some few steps, that song will be playing somewhere.
Yeah.
We have it has
Yeah, we
happened.
experienced that. So
Yeah.
that has been, our brain has picked up that one. Yes, true. So the past was there. So her Atma is being in a state where that she can immerse into the process of the crucifixion over and over again. She can go back to that past and replay just like we used to do it in the tape after we got it. Play. There's some Rajnikant movie also they said, right? Padayappa or Chandra, I don't remember now. That girl becomes so famous, right? After that. Nilambari. And she rewinds, sees the marriage and then rewinds and rewinds. Right? The tape, they will see it to see it. Right? Same way this is. Crucifixion, she goes back and she sees.
But why the sad part? Why she seeing
Why
the
do you
sad
think it
part?
is a sad part?
The crucifixion of this dying.
To prove that Jesus was there. It is not a sad part. It is a good part where that to prove it. Jesus was there, was going through the crucifixion.
How hard he felt when he went on crucifixion. That's what she wanted to show.
Yeah, because that's the only thing you will take it as truth. What else I can? Okay, I made the deaf to hear. That and all, she cannot do it. And she don't want to. She wants to show the crucifixion happened, here it is. This is the way, and I'm going through myself. So the frequency is the one that the Anma can choose and go back and replay for a purpose if it is granted. That they want to do it and this is your purpose of your life, they will do it. Only granted. Right? And they will ask the permission. And how many Christians could have gone through and seen this one? Teresa Newman. I don't think so. Hardly nobody knows her. Only in Germany in 1926 she was doing it. She was so famous. Yeah. Someone was here. Okay. Did it answer the question, Ram?
இப்போ புரிஞ்சுது சார். Especially with the radio and then the frequency, I was able
Yeah.
to relate what exactly I was
Correct.
trying to say actually.
Yeah. So I go to India chapter is not major underlining things I have it, but in chapter 41 got many.
I have a question.
Ah.
He started from I'm going to America.
Right.
Then they Luther Burbank and then Teresa Newman and then he's going back to India.
Right.
So when this happened? While going to America
Coming
then-
back.
or coming back,
Coming back.
he saw Teresa Newman.
He was crossing Europe, right?
But after
He
that
was
this chapter
crossing
started.
Europe.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 He's going via the Europe and going through the cruise. All are cruise. He did have cruise only at the time. So, which is a long cruise. Months it takes. 2 months to go to India.
But in middle they can get down and see.
Correct. They will go, yeah, they will stop by somewhere and then do it. So, in chapter 41, he covers specifically South India. You see, the 49 chapter, she wants to cover everything. And specifically South India he covers in 41. Especially from Bangalore to Chennai. And he covers Sadasiva Brahmender, right? Ramana Maharishi. He covers all of them. He talks about major saints and what and all they did, what did they do, how do they balance, Every region has to be having some yogis. Okay? So that is the one he covers, but this is the one that the Alexander, the great Alexander, right? That is the part I love it to the core. He is the symbol of ego. Because when that guy அவர் வந்து சொல்லுவான் உலகத்தின் அரசன் பிரபஞ்சத்தின் அரசன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு வருவான். யாருன்னா அவன் பிரபஞ்ச இவர் வந்து காசு சொல்லிக்கிட்டு அது யோகி சிட்டிங் தண்டமிஸ் என்ன சொல்ற யாரு அலெக்சாண்டர்னா போய் பாரு, உலகத்துல எவ்வளவு நாடு இருக்கு, nobody knows him, right? You are telling உலகத்தின் அரசன்னு வெங்காயத்தின் அரசன் போட ego too much. And then is Kuto சொல்லிரு, he has to bring you and think about that time period and the questions he asked. This is a typical Thiruvilayadal dialogue. இல்ல சேர்ந்தது என்னவோ which be the more numerous, the living or the dead? அற்புதமான கேள்வி தெரியுமா? இந்த கேள்வியே எப்படி தோணிச்சுன்றதே வந்துட்டு அது you have to have something to think like that, because how do you answer that? அதுக்கும் வந்து நீங்க பதில் சொல்லுவார். சூப்பரா இருக்கும். இது வந்து we are talking when Alexander and all this, I don't know, it's like thousands of years probably, right? Man, and he says that the living for the dead are not, for the dead are not. ஏன்னா அவனா இல்லையே, எது ஜாஸ்தின்னு கேட்டால் லிவிங் தான் ஜாஸ்தி. அவன் இல்லையே, இப்போ அவங்க கால்குலேட் பண்ணி என்ன பண்ண போற? Which breeds the larger animals, the sea or the land? The land or the sea is only a part of land. நமக்கே கொஞ்சம் குட்டையா போறோம், right? The land for the sea is only a part of land, which is the cleverest of beasts, that one with which man is not acquainted. Man fears the unknown. The unknown is the beast for us. Which existed first, the day or the night? Beautiful question this is. The day was first by one day. The reply caused Alexander to betray surprise. The Brahmin added, impossible questions require impossible answers. முட்டாப்பே கேட்குறான் கேள்வி. டே வந்ததா ஃபர்ஸ்ட், நைட் வந்ததா ஃபர்ஸ்ட்? ஏண்டா என்ன நினைச்சிட்டு? How best may a man make himself beloved? A man will be beloved. This is the ultimate answer. Ultimate answer. A man will be beloved if possessed with great power, he still does not make himself feared. The great power comes with great responsibility. But here he is saying, possessed with great power, he still does not make himself feared. Let's assume that I can create anything. Okay? You won't have love and unconditional love with me and all. You know what will you have? You will have a fear. Man, that guy can create a cobra and put it on to me. That guy can do anything. Hazrat! Hazrat on the glass will be gone. You'll be looking, what happened? What? Fear. But if a greatest power is there with the man, and if you don't fear and you could be able to approach, that guy will be beloved. And the மாதிரி இருக்கும். Humble, humble, humble. How may a man become a god? நான் கேள்வி கேட்டான் பாரு. By doing that which it is impossible for a man to do. எது மனிதனால் செய்ய முடியாதோ அதை அந்த மனிதன் செய்தால் அவன் கடவுள் ஆகலாம். அதுக்கு வந்து 10 கொடுத்துருக்காரு. Which is stronger, life or death? Life, because it bears so many evils. இது வந்து தமிழ்ல தான் சூப்பரா இருக்கும்.
வாழ்வுதான் ஏனெனில் அதில்தான் அநேக தீமைகளை சமாளிக்க வேண்டியுள்ளது.
Right. So, இதில் வந்துட்டு தாய்மானவரத்தை பற்றி வந்துட்டு ஒரு கவிதை எழுதியிருக்காரு. Says that a very challenging poem. You may control a mad elephant. You may shut the mouth of the bear and the tiger. Ride the lion and play with the cobra. By alchemy, you may earn your livelihood. You may wander through the universe incognito. Make vessels of the gods. Be ever youthful. You may walk on water and live in fire. But control of the mind is better and more difficult. Control of your mind is better and more difficult. Okay? At the end of the visit to Mysore, I enjoyed a talk with Sir C.V. Raman, President of the Indian Academy of Sciences. The brilliant Hindu physicist was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1930 for the Raman effect, his important discovery in the diffusion of light. யாரெல்லாம் பார்த்திருக்காரு? You missed that point, you know, if you don't read it closely, you will miss Sir C.V. Raman. Okay? On the way, we stopped before a little shrine sacred to the memory of Sadasiva Brahman, in whose 18th century life story miracles clustered thickly. A larger Sadasiva shrine at Nerur, erected by the Raja of Pudukkottai, is a pilgrimage spot that has witnessed many divine healings. The successive rulers of Pudukkottai have treasured as sacred the religious instructions that Sadasiva wrote in 1750 for the guidance of the reigning prince. So, அதெல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு வர்றாரு. And then you all know about Sadasiva, like Trilinga Swami, wore no clothes. One morning, the nude yogi accidentally, entered the tent of Muslim chieftain. Two ladies screamed in alarm. The warrior dealt a savage sword thrust at Sadasiva, whose arm was severed. The master departed unconcernedly, overcome by awe and remorse. The Muslim picked up the arm from the floor and followed Sadasiva. The yogi quietly inserted his arm into the bleeding stump. When the chieftain humbly asked for some spiritual instruction, Sadasiva wrote with his finger in the sand, "Do not do what you want, and then you may do what you like." Do not do what you want, and then you may do what you like. Right? Another question is, next week question reveal out same thing happens for a person, the hands get severed.
எது வேண்டுமோ அது செய்யாது. அதன் பிறகு
Yeah, railway
எனக்கு
station.
விருப்பப்பட்டதை செய்யும்.
When he travels to Himalayas, that police says about a saying.
Exactly same. Exactly same. He puts the hand, it joins. He puts the hand here, joins. How and why? Now that's a very difficult question, but I'll move on. Ram to think about it. Before leaving South India, Mr. Wright and I made a pilgrimage to the holy hill of Arunachala near Tiruvannamalai to meet Sri Ramana Maharishi. At his ashram, the sage welcomed us affectionately and pointed to a nearby stack of East-West magazines. During the hours that we spent with him and his disciples, he was mostly silent, his gentle face radiating divine love and wisdom. To help suffering humanity regain its forgotten state of perfection, Sri Ramana Maharishi teaches that one should constantly ask himself, "Who am I?" The great inquiry indeed. By stern rejection of all other thoughts, the devotee soon finds himself going deeper and deeper into the true self, and the sidetracking bewilderments of other thoughts cease to arise. The illumined Rishi of South India has written dualities and trinities on something do hang, supportless, they never appear. That support searched for, they loosen and fall. There is the truth, who sees them never wavers. ரொம்ப சிம்பிளா எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணிட்டார், ரொம்ப சிம்பிளா சொல்லிட்டார். I have tried this and it works. Trust me. Who am I? The great inquiry. It works. You don't need to sit and do meditation and all. You got to keep asking. When a thought comes, first, you don't need to do that. It comes for you naturally. So, she got the cervical samadhi. Why she needs to do it? She don't need to do it. Now, why you need to get into that thought process? Because to ask whom it is for. Like if a thought comes, if you ask why it has come, it will show that it is you, the ego, is asking. It is for you it is coming. When you ask that question, it will cease to exist. It will stop coming. It will not. There won't be a thought at all. The thoughtless state is what he's saying. When the thoughtless state is achieved, the tranquility happens. Right? So that is what pride and that is one of the things that he was saying. So with that chapter ends. Number 42, the last is with my guru.
40 ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக போன மாதிரி இருக்கு. 40
Kumbh Mela already started on January 23rd, 1936. The surging crowd of nearly 2 million persons was an impressive sight, even an overwhelming one. 2 million persons.
40 ஸ்கிப் பண்ணிட்டோமா?
Last time
40
40
நான் பாரதம்
2 million to 240.
ஓகே 3
இந்த வருஷம்
சங்கி
சவுத் இந்தியா
Started.
மகா கும்பமேளா. It comes after every 145 years. 350 million expected.
Expected 350 million.
இல்ல வாடி கும்பமேளா போகுது
144. After 144 years, it's coming once in a lifetime.
ஜிவி பாருங்க
Karma Huiria, it ends on February 26th.
Mahasivaratri. It ends on
Ends with
Mahasivaratri.
Mahasivaratri. 350 million people expected.
Pragraj. What is it?
பிரேகராஜ்
Pragraj. Allahabad.
Yeah.
That he didn't come.
You know that one person from here is going.
Florida, he didn't come.
Huh?
Florida,
Huh?
the guru and the Tanadi.
Yeah. He is going, but one person from here is going.
ஆனந்த்
அவன் ஆனந்த்
Yes, sir.
Parai Anand.
144 years.
லாஸ்ட் இஸ்
Coming after 144 years.
மகாசிவாஜி சொல்லி மாதிரியா
Every 12 years Maha comes. So this is coming after 12 into 12, 144. Lifetime.
He is saying guaranteed Babaji.
Guaranteed, yeah. Actually, I calculated. Immediately I calculated 144 to when Iptej went, but actually it was 144, 130.
Oh.
I calculated, immediately I calculated.
You went revert back and see it. Oh. Yeah. He can come anywhere, anytime. So he was in the Kumbh Mela and he is going and looking for Babaji. Did he see him? He doesn't, right? But then he sees Keshavananda, right? And he tells him that Babaji have a message to tell him. Tells him that he won't see him in the Kumbh Mela this time, right?
but he already saw Babaji then.
Yeah, but he wants to document it. அவர் இருக்காரு போயிட்டு ஐயா அப்படியே நில்லுங்க கொஞ்சம் அப்படியே நான் போட்டோ எடுத்து ஸ்ரீகுமார் காட்டணும் நம்ப மாட்டேன் பயப்பில்ல 100 years கழிச்சு வர போறேன் பாம்பு பிடிச்ச பயப்பில்ல அதுக்கு இது பாரு காமிச்சாலும் நம்ப மாட்டேன் என்ன தெரியுமா கசியா யார் என்னம்மா தெரிசா அன்னிமணி தெரியுமா கசின்னா என்ன தெரியுமா வெல்கம் இட்ஸ் Malaysian language. Terima kasih. Thank you. I'm saying Teresha Newman is as a Terimakasi. So he says that, and he is not going to see him, and that's what it is. So then Jnanavatar's death is being talked about it in chapter 42. Any questions on 42? Flying and zooming through. The 43 is the resurrection of Sri Yukteswar. Sitting on my bed in the Bombay hotel at 3 o'clock in the afternoon of June 1936, 1 week after the vision of Sri Krishna, I was roused from my meditation by a beatific light before my open and astonished eyes. The whole room was transformed into a strange world. The sunlight transmuted into supernal splendor. As prophets are sent on earth to help men work out their physical karma, so I have been directed by God to serve on an astral planet as a savior. Sri Yukteswarji explained. It is called Hiranyaloka, or illumined astral planet. There I am aiding advanced beings to rid themselves of astral karma. Astral karma. Udad karpu. Astral karma, and thus attain liberation from astral rebirth. So, inga or kelvi. So, Sri Yukteswarji didn't have astral karma. How come he has been chosen to lead on astral Hiranyaloka? Why Sri Yukteswarji is being chosen, or he selected, as he says? He said, I have been directed by God to serve on an astral planet as a savior. Nobody knows. As a savior. Christ Madri, Krishna Madri, as a savior. Astral planet life. Why he didn't have no karma in astral?
Because he belongs to Karna Loga, but he was sent from that Loga to this to save, right? That's what it is, because it is something that he was given a duty to serve.
He was given a duty. My question is like, why he didn't have no astral karma was the question. So he says that there I am aiding advanced beings to rid themselves of astral karma and thus attain liberation from astral rebirths. The dwellers on Hiranyaloka are highly developed spiritually. All of them had acquired in the last earth incarnation the mediation given power of consciously leaving their physical bodies at death. No one can enter Hiranyaloka unless he has passed on earth beyond the state of Savikalpa Samadhi into the higher state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Gate, iron gate, cannot go until he gets Savikalpa Samadhi or Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That gate doesn't open. So there is a lower astral world. That's what I said. A lower astral world below that is there. That's where they go most. Those who didn't attain the Savikalpa Samadhi or Nirvikalpa Samadhi, they stay there temporarily. All the time they are dreaming while sleeping, just like we do dream while we are sleeping. And then they wake up and they say, oh, this is not real. No, I'm going back to the dream where I used to be. They cannot accept it, they cannot take it. Over the time they sleep and wake up, sleep and wake up, sleep and wake up. Finally the karma does its due course where they have to come back to the earth to continue their journey. So do you learn that one? Very nice. So understanding that is very, very important. Okay? Ram, 43 படிச்சிங்களா?
42 க்கு படிச்சிருக்கேன் சார்.
Okay.
43 இல்ல.
43 is the one that will answer all of your questions for this birth and life. End of story. Done.
படத்தில் ஒரு கொஸ்டின் இருக்கு. அதில்
இருக்கணும்.
500 to 1000 இயர்ஸ் வரைக்கும் இருப்பாங்கன்னு சொல்லி சொல்கிறாங்க.
Human life, right?
Human life, right. So அவங்க வந்து what is there to determine for the people who live in there, like நீங்கள் 500லேருந்து இது மாதிரி இருக்கும் இருந்துட்டு then at one point they are also dying there, right. அதுலேயும் கர்மா இருக்குன்னு சொல்லி சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க.
Astral karma, yeah.
Yeah, what is that astral karma? ஸோ இங்கே வந்து கர்மா இல்லாதனால தான் அங்கே போகிறாங்க. ஸோ அங்கே போயிட்டு எப்படி கர்மா அக்யூமுலேட் பண்ணுறாங்க?
Nice question. This is part 2 of our part 1. I took the journey into the Hiranya Loka and all. Very small version, I'll give it now. Okay? So 500 to 1000 years we are going to live there in the astral world, right? In that, you are going to get entertained by lights. Okay? Only two things are there that you don't need to breathe. Number one, you don't get cut. You'll be the same body what you want to have. You can change it. Like in English movie they show. I can change it the way that I want it. Any number of births I took it in the earth, one of it I can change it. I can wander. Let us say Ashok was in astral and his previous birth was Kalidas. Kalidas, right? So you become a Kalidas and start wandering around. Because you want to take that shape because you like that first. When you were Kalidas, right? And Kalidas, what he did? Songs. Right? He wrote songs. காதலி இல்லைன்ற இயக்கம் காளிதாஸ். காதலி யார் தெரியுமா? கவிதை தான் காதலி. அந்த பிறப்புல on that birth, Kalidas' desire was to have a lover. Even though he did through his previous birth, where he did Kriya and he could be able to liberate himself, he could be able to come to Savikalpa Samadhi, he is now in Hiranya Loka, but he went through the Kalidas of his version of his soul, he could be able to change it. Now he is a Kalidas. He is wandering around at that time. Now, the Hiranya Loka is 1,000 to 10,000 times bigger than our Karma Loka. This Karma Loka, Karma Bhumi Loka, this Prapancham is, let's say that this ball is this size, okay? Okay, let's say this one. Okay, this is our universe. This whole thing is universe, okay? This whole thing is universe, and let's say exactly. Now Gurudev himself has to explain it. Stack this one 100 on top of it. This is our Prapancham. This on top of it is what is Hiranya Loka. 10 of it, stack it on top. How big is that? Or 100 of it on top of it. That big. Why I am saying that is, you will be wandering around as a Kalidas, right? And the same time period whoever was there, at that time didn't express their love towards you. They were expressing it. There you fall in love. Now, new desire has started. That's the karma. Astral karma. Now you might have taken 3,000, 5,000 births. You can transform yourself in any one of it because that is your own mask, right? Your soul had that version. So you're putting that one, you can change it just like that because it's a light. You can change it. You know how you look in astral world? Do you know how you look?
7 chakras, Mother. 7 chakras
And the two eyes will be like half closed, and this is
already
all reddish open. This is the only one can see it. Okay, this is all half closed. And the 7 chakra lights will be there. And then you can transform with the light. Okay? You would have been here today, you would know how I was saying it. You missed it. Yeah, you missed it. How it would have been possible, you would see it. It would be amazingly awesome. So coming back to your point where you collected the desire, now you want to live. They actually live. Kalidas and that lover start living in the astral world. Now, there's a new karma accumulating, astral karma, and their desire is to continue in the astral world itself. So, they want to have their own children's stuff like that, moves on. Now, the moment you are still on that, because you had that 5,000 birth, and you want to go and pick one, whatever was there, and then you choose the next step, whatever is unfulfilled desire was there for that birth, you want to fulfill it. That becomes the karma.
For that, we need to go to karma bhumi, right?
No, not necessarily. No.
So they don't come back to Stula?
No, they don't come back anymore. Until otherwise you have been like Nudara Filana Praga, then you get pushed back. Usually you don't come back. That's why I said 100 stacks of the book. That huge it is. And we are teeny tiny little dangling thing is here. So Karma Bhumi is very less people only here comparing. There is a lot is there up there. Okay, so we go there, but only the avatars can come back. They can come back, their choice, to rescue the souls from here. Right? So, you see it? I like that story actually. I see it. It's beautiful, actually, and I see it. You both are there in a dream tree. The dream tree, how it is, very colorful. And the strings are always with the purple color, red color, rose color. It's full of light, the tree. Okay? And you both are there. You're just seeing each other first time. It will be very brilliantly beautiful. Emotions comes there. Even though you cross that, now you would wonder and ask, well, in Savikalpa Samadhi, didn't I cross that one or Nirvikalpa Samadhi? No, you didn't. She didn't yet. You see, she didn't yet. Still the desires are there. Okay? But you get through that because you finished this. Puriyada. You get it? That is what it is all about it. So you still died. You know how you died? It is amazingly awesome. It won't pain at all. This one is also won't pain. This is the awesome part. This won't pain a
But
thing.
the fear is here.
That is the fear is the one. What is going to happen is what is the pain. Is the moment when it gets out, you are like a free bird coming out from the cage, like finally floating because you don't need to breathe. You don't have the pains that you had it on your body. You will fly free. It's totally a different paradigm that one is. Right? So how do you die there, You just disintegrate.
But that they can
But
do
you choose
themselves, right?
you choose your time of death. Yeah.
You just disintegrate and you will be getting back into another place where they desire you to have a baby. Right now, Kalidas and her lover, like Kalidas' lover, they desire. Now, according to the astral logic, the baby will be born to them. It can be either from karma bhumi, or the person who is reborn again in astral can come to you as a light. They can come back to you as a light, back again.
இன்னொரு கொஸ்டின்
Medlite.
சாரி அவங்களை
Yeah,
ரிமைண்ட் பண்றதுக்கு சாரி
Well, it's okay.
இப்போ அந்த ரெண்டு பேருமே இந்த ஆக்சிடென்ட்ல இறந்துட்டாங்க
ஆமா.
ஸோ அவங்க ரெண்டு பேருமே சாரி
It's okay.
எனக்கு வந்து அன்னையில இருந்து எனக்கு இந்த
Yeah, yeah,
question
yeah,
இருக்கு.
yeah.
இப்போ ரெண்டு பேருமே மேல போய் நம்ம ரெண்டு பேருமே இங்க வந்துட்டோம் அப்படின்னு அவங்களுக்கு தெரியுமா?
Yeah, yeah, they know it.
They know it.
Yeah, yeah, now
So
they know it,
they
yeah.
know where they are in that lokas. They
Yeah,
are both
very-
in same
Yeah,
lokas.
well, some of the soul cannot go there at all.
Okay.
They don't even cross the horizon of our universe because their attachment is so much like Maratabai.
Okay.
She couldn't able to go out at all until she was born in our family
But
back again.
பட் அவங்களோட இதுல வந்து இப்படித்தான் ஆகணும்னு எழுதி இருக்கிறதுனால தானே அப்படி நடந்து போயிருக்காங்க.
ஆமா, correct.
So their life is done, right?
Right. But they chose that path. They are the one who chose that.
You want to exit that way.
Or they want to exit that way.
That way they want to exit. You know you are going to exit in your way, but you don't know now, but you
Okay.
know your soul knows it. You
Okay.
chose this drama, you chose this game package.
Uh-huh.
It is your choice, you chose it. You know you're leaving. Now you will, what is next? Either you want to come and flock towards to the same family, or you want to choose and do some adventurous cruise package. You want to choose something different. In a
So
karma.
something they will know before, right? This accident happened.
Mm-hmm.
ஸோ இப்போ வந்து எனக்கு வந்து பாலாவோட தம்பி
Brother.
இறந்தப்போ வந்து
Mm-hmm.
நிறைய கெட்ட கனவா இருந்தது. ஐ தாட் சம்திங் ஐ எம் கோயிங் டு ஹியர்.
Mm-hmm.
அப்புறம் வந்து ராஜாராம் சொன்னாரு அவங்க தம்பி
Right.
இறந்துட்டாரு.
Okay.
அதே மாதிரி நான் ஒரு ஸ்டோரி சொன்னேன், வீடு பார்க்க போனோம்,
Mm-hmm.
கார் ஆக்சிடென்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஸோ
Right.
ஆஃப்டர் தட் வி ஸ்டாப் தட்.
Right.
அந்த மாதிரி வந்து ஏதாவது ஒண்ணு அவங்களுக்கு
Oh,
தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும்.
100% he asked me that one.
ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும், ரைட்?
Yes, yes, but
We don't
that's
realize the
tamas.
time, right? We
Tamas.
don't understand the time.
So
Stop it.
That
Oh.
is where the tamas stops.
See, they
That is where, see, for you.
I understand that one.
Yeah.
I went there, so I'm not 100% go in that place to that place. So I pray the God, okay, whatever you are doing, do it. I
Yeah.
accept that one.
Correct.
But he stopped that one.
Yeah.
They stopped that one.
Right.
so they were
So
delayed
unfortunately,
by,
we are alive. The car is dead.
Yeah.
The car is dead. We are alive.
yeah,
Correct.
Yes.
அன்னைக்கு வந்து
So after that, I told Rajaram, okay, don't take that step. Stop it.
Yeah. Done.
So whatever it is, I am
Right.
not leaving this place.
Correct.
So don't move that.
Amazing.
So like that
Yeah.
one,
Mhm.
they know that
it happened.
Somewhere,
It
right?
happened
Yeah,
6
they
hours.
know it.
They were delayed by 6 hours. 6 மணி நேரம் லேட் ஆயிடுச்சு அவங்களுக்கு அன்னைக்கு.
See,
don't
that
know.
6 hours,
6
why
hours,
it has to get
so many
delayed?
things would have happened within that 6 hours to delay
And
them
they
or
could
stop
have
them.
known that one. And that thing will come. You know what?
Charlatan.
This is something, is like one thing, naturally dying person, I'll tell you. My dad on January 19th, he died on January 30th, okay? On January 19th, I was talking to him saying, when are you going to make Ritima to get married? I said, what? 6 years ago. And she was like 18. I said, what are you talking? I said. You see, 12 days only left.
there
12 days only left for him. The soul knows it. Something that it wants to see or gratification. That is the thing. Same thing with Jayalalitha mom. I want to go home. Oh, is it? Okay, go home, I said. It was there. She wants to go home. Go home. Yeah, Jano. I said, okay, time has come. You'll be done. You see, that comes naturally for dying. But this case, the accident things, can be on any different scenarios and varies because the karma plays a role in there. When the karma plays a role, you don't have control.
Oh, okay.
Because even though they chose, who will choose? You know that the life? Only the matured soul can choose the life. Who is the one? Chapter 27. Kasi. He is the matured soul, and he asked, will you come and rescue me? That matured soul finds the womb and goes there. They are given a privilege.
That's what I hear.
It's a
The
privilege
flight
to
ticket
solve.
is very costly. They want to drive, but finally that body came flight.
Oh.
So that is I'm thinking so many and I'm hearing that messages. So they want to fly, but the flight ticket was very high. That's what they traveled.
Right.
But finally
And
that
they paid
body
so much
came
money.
in the flight.
ஜி இப்போ இதில் வந்து ஒரு கொஸ்டின் ஜி. ஸோ அவர் வந்து கர்மலோகம், இந்த கர்மலோகம், கர்ம பூமி, அதாவது வந்து ஸ்தூலம், அப்புறம் வந்து சூட்சமம்னு சொல்கிறாங்க இல்லையா? ஸோ அதில் சொல்கிறாரு இது ஒரு பலூன் மாதிரி, இதில் வந்து நிறைய ஸ்தூலம் இருக்குது, ஒட்டிகிட்டு இருக்குது. ஸோ அப்புறம் நீங்கள் இப்போ வந்து
Suchmam is there. Suchmam is a huge
சூட்சம் இஸ் அ
bubble.
ஹியூஜ் பபுள். அதில் வந்து ஸ்தூலம் வந்து நிறைய
Small
நிறைய
is the
இருக்குது,
karma. Yeah.
நிறைய
There are
நிறைய
many
நிறைய
lokas.
நிறைய மாரி லோகாஸ்
Correct,
எடுத்துலாம்.
correct, correct.
ஸோ அப்படின்னா வந்து இப்போ நம்ம இந்த இங்கே இருக்கிற ஒரு 700 பில்லியன் மட்டும் கிடையாது. ஸோ தெர் ஆர் மெனி லைஃப் ஆக்சுவலி இருக்குது.
There are tons.
ஸோ டன்ஸாக இருக்குது ஆக்சுவலாக. ஸோ வாட் இஸ் த ப்ராபபிலிட்டி சோல் லிவ்ட் ஃப்ரம் திஸ் பர்டிகுலர் எர்த் ஆக்சுவலி கம்மிங் பேக்? பிகாஸ் டன்ஸாக இருக்கும்போது ப்ராபபிலிட்டி படி பார்க்கும்போது எங்கே வேணால் போயிருக்கலாம் இல்லையா?
It's governed
Why
by
it is
rules.
same place we come back
It's
again?
governed by rules. It's governed by attachment. It's the Newton's law. Wherever you have that attachment, it pulls you because it wants to experience.
Okay.
So, if I want to be born
ஸோ இங்கே நடக்கிற மாதிரி பேரலாக வந்து அங்கேயே ஒன்று நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு, அங்கே பேரலாக நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு இதே மாதிரி செட்டப்.
yeah, it is
கர்ம
all
பூமி
there.
கர்ம பூமி நான் எடுத்த பேரலாக நடந்துட்டு
Yes,
இருக்கு.
பட் உங்களோட ஃபுல்ஃபில்மெண்ட் வந்து இதாகலை அப்படின்னா நீங்கள் திருப்பி வரத்தான் செய்வீங்கன்னு சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க.
Correct.
ஸோ அப்படிங்கிறப்ப வந்து இவங்க கேட்டதுக்கு வந்து நீங்கள் அங்கே தான் இருப்பீங்க.
காளிதாஸ் அவங்கள அவங்களுடைய அவங்க திருப்பி வரணும்ல,
அவங்க திருப்பி வரணும்,
No,
ரைட்?
you're missing the point then. Okay, so what I was saying it is, so Ashok, okay, could able to go into Savikalpa Samadhi.
Okay.
So that means his Atma is highly matured, meaning highly evolved. I should say evolved. Remember, the purpose of the soul is to evolve 10 million years ahead, so that it liberates itself and joins with the Parampara, right? That is the goal according to Gurudev was saying, and it has been verified and we know that now. Okay. Now, I did Savikalpa Samadhi, I did Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That means my karmas for this karma bhumi is done. But I said 5,000 births in this karma bhumi. Each one had its own desires and all those things. I will get fulfilled. For example, Shivaji Ganeshan is gone there and people all believed Padmini and Shivaji Ganeshan is going to get married. Like that I was saying, Kalidas and girlfriend found and they want to marry. Nothing wrong in it. What is wrong in it? Because they loved on their life that part and they want to find doing that part whatever was unfulfilled. எது நிறைவேறாததோ அது நடக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறதுல ஒன்றும் தப்பே இல்லையே. So that is what the astral karma brings more. Where that instead of, okay, I'll say that, oh, you got so much of Atma Jnanam, now you know that one, that you have gone, you have been promoted a bit. This is a very important question. Okay? How can a person can still get a desire of being Kevalam? If a Savikalpa Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi attained, how do they have a desire of being Kevalam? Their Atma is matured, right?
That's what
But
they say.
don't they know that I am a Kalidas now and why I should not get into these emotional things because they cross that emotional thing? இப்போதான் யான்னு கேட்காத question.
I had that question. I thought you stop it and then
இல்ல எமோஷன் இருக்கதான் செய்யும் சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா? அதுக்கு மாதிரி அந்த சமாதி நிலை போனாலே எமோஷன் இருக்குன்னு சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா?
You know what? Yeah. சமாதி நிலைக்கு போனாலும் எமோஷன் இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா, yeah. Well, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Savikalpa Samadhi can happen automatically also without doing meditation.
Giribala Masu. He said,
Yeah, kind of one example, good example. Okay?
but when
You know how?
When we indulge in something.
Sleep.
You're going in that area, I know. But that is not going to answer you. Yeah, you're going there. Basically,
last time நம்ம பேசிட்டு இருக்கும்போது like desireless desire பத்தி நீங்க சொன்னீங்கல்ல, like once the desire comes in your thoughts, like before that itself, like how does this happen actually? How that before the desire thought happens, like how do you know that you have to not desire that desire thought?
how do to know that desire thought? Without, so I'm not understanding what you're asking.
So like last time, like you have to have the desireless desire.
Correct.
For desire இருக்கிறதுனால தான் like in the karmic.
Correct. Okay, I'll come back on that one. Yes. So let's move forward and fast. I will answer to your question and then the question what I myself was asking and I need to answer that. Two questions, right? So desireless desire. What is desireless desire? Meaning desire to not have a desire. That is also desireless. Okay? Desire to not have a desire. Now, those are the processes to evolve and get into the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Okay? Those are the processes that you can follow. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Ashtanga Yoga. Those are the important keys, right? So desireless desire is a key of one of the component of the Ashtanga Yoga to get into the light and go into the Hiranyaloka. Now I answer my question that what I said. You don't need to do meditation. You don't need to do yoga. You don't need to be in anything to get into Savikalpa or Nirvikalpa Samadhi. There is other ways are there that you will get into it also. There are many ways are there. Not only other ways. Many ways are there. Then you can get into it. Okay? The fastest is what is Gurudev is saying. The fastest. Now, in the advanced to the core subject, we talk about this one, you will understand it. How that is possible. Again, I am saying this Atma has to evolve 10 million years ahead. 10 million years ahead. Okay? How can I get there? You want it now. If I want it now, you need to expedite your evolution rapidly. There is a ways are there. There is a switch is there for that. But that switch will take you to insanity instantly. Right? Because in chapter 13, Ram Gopal Masundar says, Gurudev asks, why don't you show me Bhagavan now? He says, your body will burn into ashes. Your body will burn into ashes. Why? Suttigarikapadada ennai. This body has so many things in it in your entire nerve system, it cannot take it. It will paspam here. You get it?
Because of blockage, maybe it can go into different channels.
It is a blockages that is completely there that it cannot survive and it will go in a different directions, it will burn and you will just literally will be crazy or you'll be gone case. Okay? That is the reason it has to be guru driven and it has to be slowly taken.
Okay, one question here. So that you are saying that it is possible to get into the Savikalpa Samadhi
Without
this,
the path. Yes.
but you are saying that there is a switch for that.
not necessarily. That switch is automatic switch.
Okay.
It happens.
Okay.
What you are doing, it will take you to Savikalpa Samadhi. I know that. What you are doing, like daily Kaingaryam, that will take you to Savikalpa Samadhi for sure. But when is the question? But here, when is certain? That is the difference.
No, my question is
Yeah, yeah.
different.
Ah, yeah,
So, when you say that you go mad and all these stuff, right?
Mhm.
Is there something like before going a mad, he will be in a Savikalpa Samadhi or not?
Oh. Before going into mad in a Savikalpa, yes, he will be in a Savikalpa Samadhi. Correct.
So in that case,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't
Anyway,
matter.
Yeah.
It
I know
doesn't
where
matter.
you're going. Yeah.
He becomes mad or not,
Yeah.
but he
but
will
for
still
the society.
for the society.
நல்லா இந்த பயல இப்படி பண்ணிட்டானே இந்த பையன் சாமி சாமின்னு சொல்லி.
Yeah. Okay.
You see, you don't want to get there. You don't want to be there.
Yeah, I'm just
Stop.
checking.
No. Very vital, important point. So, bhakti can also take you. That is the reason Tirupugal, our bhajans has come. You might question, and you have asked me this question. What is this? Is that we have to do this? Tirupugal, why we need to do bhajans like today's bhajan? It does automatically awakens. And it does do it, but it does do it very slowly. Very slowly. For example, today, we all could be able to sit for 2.5 hours, 3 hours. We do that on every Tirupugal, right? That is not possible for everyone. You get it? So, that kind of process is what is my question answers. You don't need to do Kriya Yoga to get what you need to be achieving. If you do the puja and with doing Kaingaryam itself will alleviate. But it is undefined time frame. How much bhakti you are showing it, how much effort you are putting it into doing the Kaingaryam. I can do Kaingaryam as I am saying I am doing Kaingaryam. That is zero effect.
One question.
No effect at all on it.
One question. Like now we know like Savikalpa Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi by reading this.
Right.
But for those like bhakti, they don't know what Savikalpa
Doesn't need
Samadhi.
to be
They know only
No,
Samadhi.
they don't know even Samadhi. Don't need to know Samadhi.
But if they go Savikalpa Samadhi or Nirvikalpa, or how they will what they will experience? They will doing puja and they will be gone.
No. Oh, wow. That's another brilliant question. Okay. Remember and understand this. It's called evolution. So, what you are trying to do is a concentration. When you do a concentration thing with one thing, that is where the energy gets awakened. Suddenly you have seen people get Sami Advan.
Yeah, that is connected to us.
Because that is the one that they are reaching towards. You saw that in the Mayappa song and the Tangamalai, Vaibhogam. When you see that song, one guy will hold his head and fall.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It is 10,000 volt has passed him. He couldn't able to hold it. And he was like this. He just holds like this. He says he cannot take it. Actually, he goes like this. He just verified it. Watch the song.
Yes.
Fabulous song, man. It just creates vibes like ultimate one.
இது ஐயப்ப சாமியில
தங்கமலை வைபோகம்.
தங்கமலை வைபோகம் பட்டு வித்தாலும்
குமாரா அவர் ஆரம்பிச்சிடாரு அப்புறம்.
இல்ல அது பார்த்தாலே கொஞ்சம்
So Swami வர சொல்லும்போது அந்த சமாதி அவங்க
Yes.
You can't feel anything on that time.
Yes, that is what is Savikalpa Samadhi. That is what, and on that
I'm
day.
experiencing nowadays.
Yeah, and on that day when
Yes.
she had.
Then
She had.
first time
And
I
you
was...
had a natural Savikalpa Samadhi on that day 2 times while you were sitting next to her.
No, when I was noticing, when I went June, right?
Right.
For my brother son wedding, that day it happened for me. So after that, Rajaram saying, don't go anywhere without my permission.
Yeah.
So I controlled that, but I couldn't control over there, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
So-
That's okay, but that's good.
so that is the second
So-
time when the Tirupugal happened. So
Yeah.
after that, Rajaram is now scared about me. So Today he's saying, no, without me, don't go. I said, I'm okay, I'm going. Whatever it is happened, it's okay.
Yeah,
If you want to stay, stay home. I am going.
correct. Anyway, so that's good. That is what it is. So, you see, the thing is, we don't need to be doing it the way that what Kriya is, given. You are automatically will be driven evolution-wise automatically. Now, here is the twist and turn. If you concentrate on anything, let's say kids are playing games, that is also meditation. But, here is the but, here is the problem. Because they do concentrate like this,
It's fine.
the spine have to be like a ramar wheel. Since they do this and play, the bend does not make the energy to flow out. The energy gets accumulated. It hits the wall, explodes here, and that's why so many terrorism is going on right now. She goes opposite in a direction where this concentration brought it. So it goes in opposite way. Either they become rapists, they become serial killers. Because that energy which through the concentration got in is now got to exit in one way. Because it's not going up into the brain. It's supposed to go into the brain. It is not going into the brain, hence it has to exit out, and that's why you see a lot of issues now. But if you ask your child to play the game sitting straight, it is a meditation. 100%. Pure meditation. You get it?
But only the
But it's going
difference is
opposite. Why would it impact others? It's his thing. It's an individual
Yeah,
thing.
but it is individual thing, but the problem is the energy has to exit out some way. You created that energy, but you didn't sit down and make the rocket to go up. What happens when you fire the rocket in Diwali time and put it like this, and then it goes somewhere into the house, and that's what is happening. And that is why you see so many evil-minded people are coming, because it is trying to exit out through the 3 chakras only, instead of going up. And evolution has to happen more and more. Instead, it is going out in this way, and it is just going in a negative way. But if they can sit straight and play and do whatever they are doing, and doctor also recommends it, sit straight. You do that one, it's going to be good. So concentrating, that's what Gurudev is also saying. Vivekananda also, okay? So all are new things today. Part 2, how was it? Hiranyaloka. Small bit. Short. Does it answer your question? Why? So it disintegrates. The astral body is a light made of light. It just disintegrates. And then, according to the wish of other astral body, they will go as a small womb again. And they will be born again there. They have to complete their cycle there to move on to Karna Casual Loka. That is the thing. But I asked a question, why Sri Yukteswarar Ji didn't go any of it, but he was the savior of astral world? That was my question. But nobody answered, so I have to keep on moving.
Now, this is something, that's what I said. The guy, what I said was, he does not have an astral karma.
Right?
That's why he himself says that Yukteswar Ji.
He had astral karma?
No, he does not have it.
Uh-huh.
But that's
But how
why.
come he didn't have? The question is,
How come he didn't have? Okay, that's the
Because it
question.
would have been
That is
exhausted.
my question.
Because he
Okay.
attained Nirvikalpa Samadhi.
Well, I told you, right?
He can still have desire, that's what
You
he
can
says.
have,
So,
I
karma-
explained you. You can have desires. You
Desire.
can get into Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Savikalpa Samadhi.
He didn't take any other image. He wanted to remind the way he was.
Who? Sri
Yes,
Yukteswar Ji?
Ji, he was having its own image of the how he died, when he died, what
No desires.
No desires?
No. I mean, you said you can take off any image of any birth, right? You said, but he didn't take any other birth image. He wanted to remind the
Same as
same way he wanted to be in this image.
Well, that is after the fact. What you're saying is after the God told him to do this.
இல்ல
The
இப்ப
job.
இந்த இமேஜே இருந்துட்டுனா இந்த இமேஜ்ல கர்மா இல்ல இல்லையா?
No. He can still take a different image.
So
still-
desire the
Huh?
reach Paramatma was his goal.
Ah,
So that's why he didn't have
He
any
went
other.
directly to Karna Loka. There he was instructed to come to this
Hiranya.
Hiranya Loka as savior.
even karma loka, if you are going, there is a karma.
But he didn't spend there. His,
Right.
But he instructed to come down as savior.
So when you say karma loga, you still have karma. What
Yes.
kind of karma is that? Astral karma or what is that?
Astral karma, we explained it, right? You want to be a college. Now, bigger dimension of it. In karma loka, you don't have no body, no life, okay? Only thoughts. Only thought, your own proprietary thoughts. You have your own thoughts, right? You have your own vision. You want to create a Vaikuntham. You want to bring people, okay? You can do that. You can create your own prapancham. That's a life. It's a desire. You want to create your own desire. You want to be creating your own Trisandhu Surgam. You can do it. That is the one which is a karma loka. Desires of karma loka. The thought itself is the desire. Where that thought itself lives up to 30,000 years. Where you want to do it that way, this way, that way. Let me see if I can make it work.
20,000.
So then he still had a karma then in that case.
Yes.
Okay.
That is why when you leave karma loka, un siripum, en siripum, avan siripum. So these three lokas, why we have this three. We have to exit out of these three lokas. And that is what happened to all four of them. Here. Everyone here is exited out of all three. That is why I asked how that is possible. Deep thinking there. We'll think about it. We gave one project and Umaran said I will do it since I'm gone for 1 week and he's going to experiment it. I never heard of that.
But
Remember?
I tried that, but after this I can
Oh,
ask you
good.
one thing.
Good, we'll come back then. Experiment, right? Nice.
So
You didn't try it. See?
அதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு
That much you have desire to go up.
Right brain.
Huh?
Switching off right brain.
Yeah, left, not right. You said you want to do it. You see that? This is what? How much you have a desireless desire to get into the other lokas is what tells you in 2 weeks that how much you have this. Right? What is your desire level? I would say 0.0001%. If it would have been, you would have done this. Because you want it now. You want to be with him now. Right? You didn't do it. I'm just saying it, that has to be driving you crazy to do it. I want to know. But when I told you, you did it right here. But if you carried the same fire with you, you would have got a breakthrough. What is it making you to stop? Because of your attachment. You see, that's the shield. Your Annamaya Kosha is stopping you. Your Pranamaya Kosha is stopping you. Your Manomaya Kosha is stopping you. Those three are the killer ways. It will stop you to the core until you go to the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Then you are away. Because crossing those two, Annamaya Kosha itself is not at all easy. You get it? It's not easy. How long it took it to be in Ekadasi Vradam? Kanatarathya, Kaida Pura also Satya. Jalaida ila Pura. Annamaya Kosha. Crossing that itself is taking that long. This is what evolution, that's why it is taking time. If you want it, you got to show it. That's what Guru Brahman is asking. Show me. Come on. Show me. If you are desired to see me now, what can you do? That is what the thing is. So, this is another question. What is it that all four of them, they didn't have anything, they don't need to go to three lokas. What did they do differently? how did that could happen? And what is it that can be done so that we can go all three? Just,
It was
huh?
it was clear for 3 years.
Okay, 24. So, green highlight. So long as the soul of man is encased in 1, 2, or 3 body containers, sealed tightly with the corks of ignorance and desires. So, he cannot merge with the sea of spirit. When the gross physical receptacle is destroyed by the hammer of death, the other two coverings, astral and casual, still remain to prevent the soul from consciously joining the omnipresent life. Answer is right there. I'm reading.
They are merged with the Paramatma.
No, see. I'll read that one again. See. So long as the soul of man is encased in 1, 2, or 3 body containers, sealed tightly with the corks of ignorance and desires, he cannot merge with the sea of spirit. When the gross physical receptacle is destroyed by the hammer of death, the other two coverings, astral and casual, still remain to prevent the soul from consciously joining the omnipresent life. Those two. When desirelessness is attained through wisdom, its power disintegrates the 2 remaining vessels. The tiny human soul emerges free at last. It is one with the measureless amplitude. There. This was the answer. So, with that, but still it didn't say how.
Yeah,
That
wisdom.
part I want to know.
Wisdom is knowledge. இப்போ knowledge எடுத்தா தான் போக முடியும்னு சொல்றேன். இப்போ இந்த wisdom.
I love you so much. Yes, correct.
That's a good
You're
question.
right. When you get there, you'll understand. But I'll tell you, I take Mai. Okay, she is a perfect example. Okay, I always think about her. She don't read. She don't. When I tell her to read, she don't do that. Others all will do it, but she don't. But her. You could call her ignorant, right? 2 possibilities are there to get through the Paramatma. One is being ignorant but Saranagati. Ignorant but Saranagati. Second one is, I have the world universe knowledge. But with that knowledge, I cannot gain anything. I have to drop that knowledge completely. How can I drop that knowledge? Very easy.
Again, Saranagati.
That is the understanding.
Saranagati is no, that won't happen because you have knowledge. It is a weapon for you to say that don't do Saranagati because it will create an ego, artificial ego for you saying you won't what?
Our Guruji also had knowledge from
Correct.
Paramatma, but he surrendered,
different.
right?
Difference is there. What is it? That is what mulla mullala edukonu. So knowledge has to be removed by knowledge itself. So for her, if a knowledge tells you that you sit and do, okay, you sit and do, but then rest of the things will come. That you have to eliminate it. Saying the knowledge is telling you, sit, straight, watch, do this mantra. That's all you have to do. If you do that, you are done. But the other knowledge will tell, no, try to do this shortcut, try to do this way, try to do, no, you eliminate all of it. Say, I got to do only this. Mind into prana, mind into prana, mind into prana. That is what you do it 8.5 hours a day, 3 years, you'll be clear. Your nadis will be completely purified. You'll be ready for the ultimatum, to witness the ultimatum. Straight with Brahma. No questions will be asked. Absolutely. Parandaman Singadi, Kabilligin Viswai. Jaliganavai. Super Ganthai. Vasana Varis. One Lavaiga. No, Mala the serious eating. Mala. superb guy. Blue, angu. Think about it. Paramatman Singali Kona Lavi. Juice berry Mari. Aha! All the time. Narayana. You get it? You'll get it. Did it answer your question, Dev? Yeah. So, that is the key. How is the key that I highlighted green, but how? Yes, wisdom is needed to get through this. That is what we are getting. That is what Gurudev is giving it us for free. All the Gurudevs are giving it us for free. But how can I make use of it, right? So that I do not need to go to Hiranyaloka. I do not need to go to casual plane. I want to go to Paramatma directly. Ooh. Straight. No more Hiranyaloka, no more. That is how all four gurus gone through. And they decide to come back, whichever project they want to. After they decide going back and said, yes, now I can decide. You will love it to the core to come back. Telling you.
ஓ இது சதாசிவம் இந்த சொல்ற மாதிரி இருக்கு. உனக்கு எது வேண்டுமோ அதை செய்யாதே. இது வேணும்னு கேட்காதீங்க. அப்புறம் நீங்க என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்க
அது செய்.
அது பண்ற மாதிரி.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do what you want. Then do whatever you like. Don't do whatever you want. Then do whatever you like. என்னடா குழப்பமா இருக்கு இது. செய்ய சொல்றியா செய்ய சொல்லாதன்னு சொல்றியா நீ இப்போ. நீ எதை செய்யணும்னு நினைக்கிறியா அதை செய்யாத. அதுக்கப்புறம் நீ எது வேணா செய். அப்ப அதை செய்யாதேன்றியா?
மைண்ட் அப்ப தெளிவுபடும்.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் புரியாம இருந்துச்சு ஜி, பட் எனக்கு இப்போ புரியுது.
That
sentence I understand completely.
Now clearly even.
Yes,
எது நீ செய்யணும்னு நினைக்கிறியோ அதை செய்யாத. அதுக்கப்புறம் நீ என்ன வேணா செய். Meaning he says not to kill, right? If you whatever you want to do now, don't do it. Just don't do it. Try it later. You see it. It works. It works. That is because your urge. What is that? Is equal to desire. If you want to do now, that is a desire. Don't do it. Aidam. Padmasram Dela. Don't do it now. Just stop it. Can you stop? Then you can able to get. This is what is the wisdom. When you have these wisdoms, the one that I gave it to Anand Tirupuran today is a wisdom where when he goes to the higher planes, that will help him tremendously because you cannot even stand. You cannot even stand. You just cannot stand. Okay, when that happens, your body have to be in a so clean status that this whole Sakti can pass through. I told you, right? 10,000 volt. This body has to take it. Do you want to take 10 million years of birth or 10,000 volts now? That is the choice now. ரொம்ப சிம்பிள். பின்னாடி வடிவேல குத்தம். அவர் காலை எடுத்து சீனிவாசனை குத்திட்டான் வச்சுக்கேன். குத்திட்டான். But your body has to be ready. You get it? If your body is not ready, paspam, because it cannot sustain at all.
பஸ்பம் ஆனா கூட ஆன்மா ரிஸ்மானிக்கு எவல்யூஷன் இந்த பாடி எனக்கு இருக்கு.
Yeah, you will, no, little bit, because you didn't still evolve. You didn't still. Yeah, you got paspam, right? But you didn't evolve yet. So you have to go back again. You'll be in a Brahmana family or someone where you have all the knowledge up front. They will teach you everything so that you are conditioned. You know, that will give you that boost to go. But even then, they are not guaranteed. Because of you are born in Brahmana family, it is not guaranteed and all. It is a refined way of getting the knowledge and wisdom quickly. But what they think, what happens to them is, they think that is what it is. And that is a killer because that is a wisdom. Yuck! You see? So, you have to have a wisdom, but that wisdom have to free you. Not to say that I know this, I know that, I know this. Bull crap, it doesn't help you. You can read, you can be like anyone, you can tell Parayanam. If you tell like without even seeing computer, you can tell, but no use. Niti niti. That's what says Vedam. That's not it, that's not it, that's not what you are thinking. But it is very easy. It's right there in front of you. It can happen any moment, any seconds. When you are completely surrendered and when you believe in it and when you specifically use a certain mantra, it can get awakened spontaneously right now. But we cannot survive. Because the nadis are not, 72,000 nadis are not clean. So it does not know. That is why this purification has to happen. That is why I have to yell and you have to yell and he has to yell us and scream and just say, do this, do that, do this, do that. Purify your body, purify your body, purify your body is only one thing. Mind is the most important one to purify. You can see, but you cannot make to think. The mind, you can see, you should make it not to think. Do that one day. You have to see, but no thought has to come. You can see, but no thought has to come. That is the purification part of it, where the mind is not in agile state. Okay? It just stationary, it obeys the commands of the consciousness. That is what it's all about. Then everything happens. Now mind and body is all coordinating. Now we are ready. Now we are evolved really. That is when that your frequency of alignment of the higher dimension is happening. So the higher, that is the reason these 5 elements you have to cross. These 5 elements is what is this body is made up of, and the soul is sitting at the bottom. Budram Visiriya. Budra. Literally, the rainforest Lapatam. Yo, man. You cannot even walk there. It's just, man, crazy place. But that is where it is. But it cannot get up and go up until otherwise you are forcing it to do it, or it has to realize and think that you are ready. Either one of it has to happen. Then it will get up. You don't need to do nothing. So make it happy. Make it saying that I am following the Ashtanga Yoga. Then it will be happy. Automatically it will get up. You don't need to do nothing. But follow Ashtanga Yoga. Try it. Try it and see it. Mahatma Gandhi did it. Okay, we will cover that one. Very nice one. Last thing, which I told you today morning. Very brilliant one. So, we talked about the 3 lokas and we are all good. Any greens are there on the 43rd chapter, one of the most important chapters of all. Anything else on that one? Questions? Wow, such a big chapter. Okay, rush. Mahatma Gandhi. I'm going to just say a few things about Mahatma Gandhi. Why we call him Mahatma. First. Second thing, why he got shot and dead. Such a great Mahatma soul. 2 things only I want to ask. I'll move on to the next one.
First question,
Why he is called Mahatma? He answers. Gurudev says that in the chapter. ஏதோ ஒரு ஷோக்கு படிக்க தியேட்டருக்கு வர மாதிரி வந்துடுது, டிவி ரோல் பண்ணுறது, ஞாபகப்படுத்துற மாதிரி. டேய் படிச்சிருக்கியாடா?
படிக்கல.
அப்புறம் ரோல் பண்ணா
படிச்சிருந்ததை வச்சு ஞாபகம்
இருக்கிறதுக்கே கப்பைய காணாங்க. படிச்சதை வச்சு ஞாபகப்படுத்தி பார்க்கறாராம். சிவாஜி மாதிரி ரோல் பண்றாங்க என்ன? படிச்சாதான் வரும். எல்லாம் வந்து wisdom again. They are giving it to you for free again. Why and how he got Mahatma? That is first question. Why such a great soul got shot and dead? கத்தி எடுத்தவன் தான் கத்தியால் வந்து சாவான் அப்படின்றவனுக்கு கத்தியின்றி ரத்தமின்றி யுத்தம் ஒன்று வருகிறது அப்படின்னு சொன்ன மகாத்மா காந்திக்கு why someone shoot him and died. What was the...
Second one I can try answer.
You want to try answering? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Because when கத்தி இன்றி ரத்தம் இன்றி that is a principle அவருக்கு அதான்
Right.
principle right பட் ஆனால் அது நடக்கும்போது என்ன ஆகுன்றது தான் அது நடந்துச்சு நடக்கும்போது அது வெளிப்படையாக சொல்லாமல் இருக்கணும் அதாவது இஸ் ப்ரூவிங் இட் செல்ஃப் பை கிவிங் அ புல்லட் ஆன் ஹிம் he still says that அப்படி இருந்தாலும் நான் அதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறேன் காமிக்கிறதுக்கு தான் உலகத்துக்கு வந்து அது சொல்கிறாரு அதனால தான்
But that is your answer is to say that the net end after the fact. I am saying something should have. நான் கத்தி எடுத்தாதான் நான் கத்தியால சாவேன். நான் ஒரு 4 பேரை கத்தியால குத்தி இருந்தா என்னையும் 4 பேர் கத்தியால குத்தி சாவடிப்பாங்க. That is what நியமம்.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
The thing with the principles he followed was non-violence.
Right.
It was and also niyama அப்படின்றது வந்துட்டு you have to say the truth.
Right.
So when the truth is there, some people will be they cannot take it up, right? So say for example,
I get it, yeah.
a situation comes in, right? He wanted to follow that niyama and all these stuff. So he knows that this is the right one. This is the one that it needs to be followed.
Right.
But there are several kinds of people around.
Right.
When they see it, they take it, for them it will be a negative or positive. Some people they take it, for them it is positive. And some people they are in a negative state. So that is something like he is creating lot of negatives as well. But for him that is, niyama, aniyama, he followed that. But it cannot be, if they are in a same state of mind, they could understand. But they are not in the same state of mind to know about what he's
he is saying is applicable
But
to
is
him.
it
He
not
followed.
that the violation of the karma rules that okay he preaches something
Maybe before birth he would have harmed anybody. That's why he's
before birth?
Yeah, this before birth.
Okay. Remember the first question? He got the Mahatma.
This birth. This
This
birth
birth.
he got
So he
Mahatma.
become a Mahatma. How the Mahatma can get killed like that?
Not only him, many Mahatmas, like not Mahatma, good souls are got killed by shot, right? Like Indira Gandhi, all many,
Oh, then she's not Mahatma.
not
Right?
Mahatma, like
Leaders.
leaders
Oh, okay.
got hit. She didn't raise a weapon or she didn't kill
Right,
anybody,
right,
but
right,
still
right.
she got shot and
Okay.
she was killed.
Okay. So is that what you think?
no, see, because of her actions violence was
Correct.
created.
Yeah. So,
So-
that we can justify that one. Say again,
Yeah.
whatever. See that fits her will, right?
Yeah.
Whatever her action
Action.
caused her to die like that.
Yes.
That
That's
we don't
what-
need to argue or think about it. Forget that part. Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. The actions that he has taken,
Right.
right?
Created the anti-action towards him. Is that what
Yeah,
your point
right.
is? Okay. Okay.
I think I want to clarify. I mean, கத்தி எடுக்கிறவன் கத்தியாலே சாவான். இப்போ அகிம்சையா இருக்கணும் அகிம்சையில தான் போகணும்ன்றது ஒரு இது இருக்கு.
நல்லா
அது இல்லாம
இருந்துட்டு
அகிம்சையா
போகணும்.
இருந்தவர் ஏன் வயலண்ட்ல சாகணும்னு கேட்குறாங்க.
ஆமா தான் கேள்வி.
கத்தி எடுத்தவன் தானே கத்தியால சாகணும். இவர் துப்பாக்கி எடுத்திருந்தா துப்பாக்கியால சந்திருக்கலாம். ஆனா அவர் அகிம்சையை தானே கையில எடுத்தாரு. ஏன் அவர் வயலண்டா செத்தாரு அப்படின்னு கேக்குறீங்க.
Correct. And who gave him the Mahatma?
மகாத்மா
Why he
எல்லா
became the
மக்களும்
Mahatma?
கொடுத்தாங்க. எல்லாருமே சேர்ந்து தான்
How
கொடுத்தாங்க.
எல்லாருமே decide பண்ணாங்க?
Because அவங்க கோவம் அதாவது நல்லா ரிச்சா தான் இருந்திருக்காரு.
Who gave the title Mahatma first?
People.
And how come he got Mahatma? How did they know that they can give Mahatma?
Because he
That
was
means
he was a
wait. Brahma Rishi அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம்னா he needs to know who is Brahma Rishi. மகா ஆத்மா அப்படின்னு கொடுக்கணும்னா அது சாதாரண ஆளால கொடுக்க முடியாது.
He needs to be Mahatma.
Knowing what is Mahatma means, he explains it. Gurudev explains it.
அதான் அவரோட இது வந்து ஃபுல்லாவே அஹிம்சை அந்த இதுல தானே போயிட்டு
அது
இருக்கு.
ரைட் அது பட் அதெல்லாம் புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு இந்த பெண்டுக்கு தெரியணுமே. இந்த பெண்டு வந்துட்டு ஓ இதெல்லாம் சொல்றதுனால
இல்ல, அவர் வந்து ஒரு-
அவர் வந்து பொய்
அப்படின்னு
சொல்ல
சொல்லிட்டே வச்சுக்கோங்க.
அவர் லாயரா
நிஜம் வந்துருச்சு. I don't have tamas.
இருந்துச்சு.
I don't have rajas. I have sattvic state கூட தாண்டிட்டேன். then only I can say Mahatma. Oh, equal to Paramatma.
இந்த சாப்டர்ல வந்து அவர் வந்து
Let's go.
வேப்பிலையில வந்து வேப்பிலை
ஆமா.
அதை தண்ணியில எடுத்து
ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டு சாப்பிடுவாரு
ஆமா.
அவர் வந்து ஈஸியா சாப்பிடுவாரு.
ஆமா.
He crossed all the 5 senses அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாரு குருஜி அந்த இதுல.
ஆமா.
So he doesn't show any reaction on his face.
Correct.
So அதனால மகாத்மான்ட்டு he crossed that while he is living, right? அது கூட ஒரு ரீசன். அவர் போய் சொல்ல மாட்டாரு.
Yeah. That's also a very good reason. But Gurudev says, even though we call people, all the people, they don't know nothing about it, but they are the one who gave Mahatma to Gandhiji. He says, do not underestimate people that we think are all tamas or idiots. They are the one who chose to give Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma, they are the one who all collectively called him like superstar. Collectively called, right? Mahatma. That word itself is equal to Paramatma. If they can able to call it, do not judge them. How did they arrive at that name itself? They are superior than us. Okay? They could able to call that name means he followed that much of a principles, living by principles. Okay? And he says initially, with wife he never had sex, he uses all kinds of, he does it like a Mahatma Gandhi way. But one of the chapters you might have not heard it. Okay? This is something coming from his other books. His niece, சின்ன பொண்ணு 18 வயசு அவளோடவே இருப்பா. Okay? And people started sarcastically asking questions. இந்த கரடு பயலுக்கு வந்து எதுக்கு 18 வயசு பொண்ணு கூடவே வந்துட்டு இருக்கு? It's there in his book, okay? You can read. And then that girl said, Mama, whatever his relationship, whatever it is, it does not matter. This is, people are talking like that, and Mahatma asked, do you have any thoughts like that? Sexual thoughts? No. She says, no. Why don't we sleep together? This has happened. This is real. They sleep in the same bed. To prove it. That became a huge news. To prove it, that 18-year-old with a 65 or 70 years old man, to prove that I have a complete control over my senses. Right? So that too much he has that willpower. So those things has happened during his time period where he has caused all these things. Now coming back to our last question, why he got shot in there, right? So கத்தி இன்றி ரத்தமின்றி யுத்தம் ஒன்று வருகிறது, சத்திய சோதனை, right? He always teaches only that. When Godse shot him, ரெண்டு குண்டு தொலைச்சிருக்கு. He falls down, just looks at him. I forgive you first thing, then Ram Ram. His hey Ram, right? Ram Ram, he says, and then gone. The last word was like that. Why he has to die like that? When he was teaching about do not support violence. So what did the people do? People walked in front of the bullets. They all died just blank zero because of his instruction. His word, do not support violence, just walk. Let them shoot. They have shot just like goats. His word came back to him because you said, but you did a good cause, but they have to shed their life. Right? Now you have to take your life like that. That is the reason that he has been shot. Even though he didn't do it, even though he was preaching, But the souls who took the bullets for the words that what he said, now he has to take the bullets for the words that what, that is the way it ends. So karma is balanced precisely to the dot in the tarasana. It never fails. Who designed it? Muruga Parvanapani.
That's again because of his actions.
Here you go.
That is what he's
Yes.
saying. Like, okay, Mr.
Words matters. Everything, even though non-violence is what he preached. Yes, that's a good thing. But how many life has been shed in front of the bullets coming in? They took it. Right? Thousands of them were marching. He took the bullets. All the bullets. For him, they took it. Yes, we got the freedom, but the bullet has to end for him also. That's the one that he taught. And I took it. There you go. And this one, while I was explaining it to her, I didn't know the answer. The radio frequency got it. I didn't know the answer when I was explaining it to her. It was like radio frequency was coming. He said, "Oh, that's the reason." I just repeated like a kili. People are like telling. I was just telling, and then I said, "Wow." Hearing that one back myself said, "Oh, that makes sense." You cannot read that one in Google or anywhere. You cannot see that one. That makes 1000% sense to us to see how that has happened to him. No one can otherwise can explain it to me like that. That ends my chapter of understanding why he got killed. Such a Mahatma, why he got to get killed? I asked that question, spontaneously answered him. I didn't even wait for her to explain it. I was just explaining it to her. I said, whoa, that is the answer that I was expecting it. No, I don't know. I was just telling her. And then she, oh, that makes sense now. So with that chapter ends, which is amazingly awesome chapter, 850. And then 45, we are going to go really fast now. We got only 10 minutes to wrap up. And then, any questions? Yes, I thought of connecting that one. Yes. I was thinking of talking about that one also. Even Krishna Bhagavan has to die with the
அவர்
Lord.
வந்து மனுஷனா பிறந்ததுனால இந்த மாதிரி தான் போகணுங்கிற நியதியில அவர் போகணும்.
ஆமா, இவரும் அதேதான்.
பட் ஆனா எதுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி க்ரூசிஃபை பண்ணி அவ்வளவு ரத்தம் சிந்தி
Okay.
போகணும்?
Oh, I thought I explained to you. Okay, I explained to someone else. Oh, maybe. Oh, Ram.
He took all the sins of
Yes, correct.
அவங்களுடைய பாவத்தை
So,
எடுத்துட்டு
the
போனார்.
only reason that he was going through that pain is to eliminate the others' karmas.
Like our Parampara
Parampara
Guruji,
Guruji.
he was sick.
Remember, they get sick. When they are taking others' karma, when they shed their blood, they take others' karma. And they want to do that one. Same thing has happened on every big, வரும்போது they do that one. They will shed their blood.
அது ஒரு நெகட்டிவ் இது ஃபார்ம் பண்ணவே இல்ல.
No,
even
it
though
won't.
so
You see, it didn't.
இவர் பண்ணவே இல்ல.
Yeah,
ஓ
it
இவர
didn't.
ஃபாலோ பண்ண கூடாது. இவர் பண்ணாங்க
இவர்
இந்த
பண்ண
மாதிரி தான்
பாவத்தினால தான் இப்படி ஆயிருக்குன்னு நினைக்காம
அவர் வந்து காட் ஆயிட்டார்.
அதே மாதிரி மகாத்மா
மகாத்மா.
இவர் போய் சுட்டு போட்டாங்க பாரு, நெகட்டிவிட்டியே இல்ல அங்க.
நெகட்டிவிட்டி.
Because
இவர் பண்ண பாவத்தினால தான் அப்படி போனாங்க
and
நினைச்சு
சொல்லாம
அவர் ஒதுக்காம
correct.
they are following him as a god.
Yes. So, joy permeated mother, we know her about it, Annamai. So, much has been said it on the chapter. Parandadile irunde. Now, here is the most interesting chapter. Annamai ma, parandadile irunde வந்துட்டு பரமாத்மனோட ஒன்றிய ஆத்மா. ஆனாலும் பிறக்குது. What do you say about that? Is it
அவங்க வந்து கல்யாணம்
Is it like they are come from casual, astral, or how? How did they end up like this? Why do they need to end up like this birth? Where she's already நான் அதுவாகவே இருந்தேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. During the birth itself she is with the Paramatma.
நாமளும் அதுவாக இருந்திருக்கோம், but she realized that
She didn't realize it. No, she didn't do meditation at all. Zero meditation.
இல்ல அப்ப நான் நினைக்கிறேன்
no what I'm saying is
But
that
all these things are coming here to teach others.
Not to show us.
இல்ல லாஹரி மகாசேனுக்கு ஒரு டிசைர் இருந்தது இல்லையா, ஒரு டிசைர்னு சொல்றப்ப கர்மா இருந்துச்சு, நான் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு மாளிகையில இருக்கணும், அப்புறம் அந்த டிசைரை வந்து அவங்க ஃபுல்ஃபில் பண்ணணுங்கிற ஒரு டிசைர் இருந்ததுனால அவர் வந்தாரு. இவங்க மேபி மேரேஜ் பண்ணா ஏதாச்சும் என்னால போக முடியும், அட்வான்ஸ் பண்ண முடியும், எவல்யூஷன் ஆக முடியாதுன்னு ஒரு இது இருந்திருக்கும். சோ அந்த கல்யாணம் பண்ணியும் அந்த பிரம்மச்சரியத்தை கடைபிடிக்க முடியுமா?
She didn't ask for that at all.
No, she didn't ask for it, but பண்ணி வச்சாங்க. But still she didn't fall for it. She was continuing what she was doing.
Because she was with the divinity. She is
So
always
that
with the
didn't
divinity.
change her. Maybe that would have changed her. That didn't change her. Maybe
Because she is with the divinity to the beginning from zero itself.
அவங்களுக்கு
That
வந்து
does not have any, no thoughts are there.
thoughts இல்ல.
Thoughts இல்ல அவங்களுக்கு. From the birth she don't dress up herself. அம்மா தான் ஊட்டி விடுவாங்க, அம்மா தான் ட்ரெஸ் போட்டு விடுவாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து வயசுக்கு வந்த பிறகும் she don't care about her dress, she don't care about anything. If somebody feeds her, she will eat. So for us, she is in a vegetative state, right? But she talks consciously. How come and why that much mature soul, that much? The answer is in the chapter is there. If anyone wants to say that. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
அவங்க வந்து அந்த சடகோபன் அதே உரைச்சதுனால அவங்க அப்படியே சடமா இருந்தாங்க. ஆனா திடீர்னு அவங்கள இது கான்ஷியஸ்.
But அவர் வேற 15 வயசுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் அவர் வந்து தியானத்துல உட்கார்ந்தாரு, அவர் வந்தார். But here is she was normal. She was just walking around, running around, but all the time she is with Paramatma. How do I explain that state is, let's say that you get fainted now, okay? 10 minutes ஆகுது faint ஆகி. After that தண்ணி எல்லாம் தெளிச்சுட்டு நீங்க வர்றீங்க. அந்த 10 minutes என்ன ஆனதுன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியுமா? தெரியாது. அதே தான் அவங்க நிலை.
அவங்க பிறந்து வந்து
அவங்களுக்கு தெரியவே தெரியாது. எல்லாமே பரமாத்மனோட ஒன்றிய நிலை, அந்த பேரின்ப நிலையிலேயே இருப்பாங்க. So in ecstatic stateலயே இருக்காங்க.
But அவங்களுக்கு கான்ஷியஸ் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லி சொன்னீங்க.
Yes, they will.
பட் என்ன பண்றாங்க?
கான்ட்ரடிக்ஷன் இல்ல.
எல்லாமே என்ன பண்றாங்க எல்லாமே தெரியும்.
Conscious இருக்குன்னா they are with the super conscious, but the conscious is the one making them to interact with you. Why is the question.
Yeah,
why she has to be born like that is the question.
Is it not teaching again? Is it not teaching to other souls?
Yeah, it is, but highly evolved, I mean, tremendously evolved soul. Why it has to come like a girl and go through this? I think I said half answer here itself.
Girl can also attain that sort.
That is one of the answer Gurudev will say. I have not seen a saint, a
Like
woman
a
saint.
woman's
this
One.
state.
One.
in this state.
Okay? Woman saint in the state. Why can't you see now? Question. Why can't you see women doing Kriya Yoga, sit down and do meditation like men? And attain yogi state, yogini state. Not many you see it. Why?
That is you
They
have
have
already
one,
said because they have
their
more attachment
duties, their
than
karma.
Hmm?
Their mothers, they have to feed their kids and all these stuff, right? Their karmas.
they have more attachments than men.
This world will not operate. It will not operate. It will not operate.
நீங்க பண்றீங்கல்ல, வெஜிடபிள் பிரியாணி பண்ணீங்க இல்லையா, அப்ப ஆப்ரேட் ஆகும்.
நாங்க இல்லனாலும் இந்த வேர்ல்ட் இதாகும், லேடிஸ் இல்லன்னா நடக்காதுன்றாரு, அவ்வளவுதான்.
So அதனால they cannot come to Brahma, they cannot
I'm just
realize.
saying that that's not the
Wobbling mind நிறைய இருக்குதுனால, up and down emotions.
It will not. If they do,
No, there are two reasons for that. If you see it, one is when they are young. When a girl is young, what do they like the most? Do you know that?
Body, appearance.
Yes.
You see that one, why it is happening. Why it has to happen. Why a girl always thinks that she needs to be pretty. Tan, nan, okay, one. And why they think that a boy or a man has to see them and say that you are pretty. புகழ்ச்சி வேணும் ரெண்டு. தாமரை போல கண்ணு அப்படி சொன்னா அப்படி வாங்கி. That is what they were expecting, because on the previous birth someone needs to புகழ்ச்சிக்கு மயங்கினாங்க, right? So they wanted to be like that. புகழ்ச்சி கவிதையில பாடு கவிதை கவிதை they love it because புகழ்ச்சி அந்த ரெண்டு. now தாய்மை மூணு வந்துட்டு இந்த மூணாவது வந்துட்டு attachment and giving the birth to the next future generations, right? They give the love unconditional, right? They do that. Now that creates the attachment and the bond. அதை விட்டு வெளியே வந்து பட் இதையும் மீறி தான் வந்து அவங்களுக்கு குழந்தைங்களா இருக்காங்க. You see, but they had sex. In the chapter it says, he says, Gurudev says that they had sex. See, think about that. You know, this is what in that chapter itself Gurudev will say that everything, then why she has to be born, why she needs to come this way, and she answers first time when she meets. This is the answer she says. Father, தந்தையே அப்படின்னும் வந்து விட்டீர்களா தந்தையே அப்படின்னும் பார்த்த உடனே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இது வரைக்கும் பார்த்ததே கிடையாது. வந்து விட்டீர்களா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இட்ஸ் பீன் a long time ago அப்படின்னு அந்த மாதிரி தான் இன்னைக்கு அவங்க வீட்டில் வந்துட்டு அவங்க கசின் டாக்டரை பார்த்துட்டு ஐ வாஸ் ஜஸ்ட் டெல்லிங் யூ ரிமெம்பர் அப்படின்னு because she doesn't remember, and the moment I felt it like I have met her before. That's all I know it. I know her very very well, but she forgot me and I forgot who they are each, you know, but we fought like a brother sisters or something, you know, millions and millions of years back ago. Whatever is the year, it doesn't matter. Correct? So she clearly says that we both met long time ago. She answers that. Now we are meeting at a long time, meaning millions of years later, that they are meeting again. Predefined, they know that one. So they have come for a purpose to do it. Make sense?
To read in this book to show us.
No, அது குருதேவ பார்க்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு
குருதேவ பார்க்கணும்னு சொல்லி வருது அவங்க. She says that I'm here, we are meeting after a long time அப்படின்னா. So அப்போ யூஸ்க்கு வந்துட்டு ஓ யா அப்படின்னா, but then 20 people have to come and told
பார்த்துட்டாங்களே
they
இப்போ
got.
சமாதி ஆகும் அவங்களுக்கு.
Huh?
பார்த்துட்டாங்களே முடிஞ்சிருச்சு இல்லையா கர்மா முடிஞ்சிருச்சு.
No, it's not the karma.
இல்ல அவங்க பார்க்கணும்.
No, she is like Param Guru, Sri Yukteswaraji, where God has sent for a savior job. To the same way she comes to show that woman yogini is also there.
She lived 83.
83, yeah, she was there, and she is in a blissful state all the time. What will happen for your evolution, the 10 million years ahead woman, how does she will look is what that she wants to show.
But at the same time,
She is 10 million years ahead of us to show how the Paramatma will be. She can talk. That's it, in a bliss state. That's how you will be. That's how it is going to be. This is how it is going to be. And the husband follows her, he stopped talking. You see? That's what it happens. Okay? Alright, any questions? And we completed that chapter, and now woman yogi who never eats, we know Giribala, which is like amazing story. We talked about, I returned to the west. வந்துட்டு ரொம்ப important. Giribala patri we know that one, we talked to Mugulam and light and all those Terisha Newman and same thing. I returned to the westல வந்து ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் பாயிண்ட் நம்ம குருதேவ் விவேகானந்தர் பற்றி வருதுல்ல, ஃபேபுலஸான ஒரு இன்சிடென்ட் நடக்குது அந்த அந்த கிண்ணம் பற்றி, கிண்ணம் பற்றி. அதை வந்துட்டு அவர் வந்து கனவு தான் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சிட்டு இருப்பாரு. அது சொன்னது ஏதோ ஒரு மெட்டாபிசிக்கல் ரீசன்ல சொல்லியிருப்பாரோ அப்படின்னு தான் அவர் மறந்துட்டு இருப்பார். 40 வருஷம் ஆயிடுச்சு அப்படின்னு. But then he tells him the emotional thing that it is going to happen அப்படிங்கிறது. You know, so when that happens, you know, that is amazingly beautiful to know that a yogi can see the future and the past and the now all at simultaneously, free, just like that. You can be in that state just like that. You don't need to struggle and all the time zone is available for you because you are eternally no time zone. You are in a no time zone. You can be in a time zone, whatever time zone you wanted, you can be at any moment, like a radio frequency, you change it. Oh, back to the future. Wherever you want to. Oh, you can come. Moment, no time, no lapse also. There won't be lapse of time also. You can go and come, or you can exist there and here, over there. You can exist in 4 time zone or 8 time zone. You can merge into one. You can do anything you want because you are eternal. You are everywhere. You are Sarvavyapi. Because you are part of Sarvavyapi. Right? So you do know the future. You do know the past. You do know that. And that's how the design is. The design is so beautiful. Look at this small little head. Has all the senses packed into it. Telling you, "Unga appa mudurkulla irukkaan." But then to realize the rest of the body is mere waste. Mere waste. But with that only you need to understand it. To uplift yourself and go up and get into it here and then realize the Paramatma. What a design. What a design. Think about it. Beautiful design. But 99.999% spends their time rest of this body. Not here. You cannot keep on thinking here only. Your mind and your ears and nose and things makes you to go external and fill this rest of the body what it needs it. You see, that is the desire. When we conquer that 5 senses at our will, then we got it. Okay? So, I return to the West, and that's the thing that Swami Vivekananda part is coming. Very, very nice part, that one. And then Encinitas in California. And Ram, have you been to Encinitas?
Sir, Indian?
Encinitas.
Listen.
Okay, it is in California, okay? It will all get covered. Okay, and then?
I think he went to one place.
Yeah, I thought he did. That's why I asked. And then 49th chapter, he covers about 1940 to 1951. Okay, he sums it up and then he gives it up. And then Gurudev gives a beautiful smile at the end. He gives, look at that. This is the end of the chapter when he sums it up. 1952, March 7th, Mahasamadhi. All he gave it to this earth, for this plane to escape for us. He gave every bit of him to give it in most elegant way that any human can give. Just like what is that movie, that some cartoon movie or something, there will be a portion in a big racks. There will be a lot of racks of portion. இந்த இது இருக்கும், இந்த மாய இந்த குடுவையில இருந்து குடிக்கிற மாதிரி நிறைய இருக்கும். I don't remember what movie is that. Huh? There's tons of them. He will ask for one particular one. That guy will take a ladder and he will go look somewhere because it's filled of portions. Completely. Harry Potter தான் நினைக்கிறேன். You know? Because if you don't know the right portion, right, you don't know what will happen to you. Like that, Gurudev has given us the best of best, all the right things that this brain needs it. As a wisdom, as a char, just a kind of like just giving you a soup in a bowl and just effortlessly drink it. But when you drink it, observe it, understand it, realize it. Just don't blindly read it. And that's the reason I want to test. That's the reason you should qualify to do the Kriya. If you don't drink like how we are talking here, then there is no meaning of it. You're doing it to unravel the mystery. That's all you're trying to do. You're thinking that it is like you're trying to solve a riddle. You want to be Chittu, like you want to play with Chittu, you know, like something. But if you really want it, the divinity, you need to do something. Some efforts have to be done on our part. Without that, we think that, oh, just like that, I'm going to get it. right? Someone is going to touch me, I'll be through. Right? That's not going to happen. If that happens, it's not going to last long. Gurudev gets it on chapter 9 and chapter 14. 2 times he gets it. It doesn't long last.
That created a curving, right?
Well, no, he was craving before that. He was extremely craving. Extremely craving for it. Right? He runs away from even Yukteswarji. He says, I gotta go to the mountain. Go. Go. Go mountain. Go. He didn't stop him. He knows it. These 2 guys talked already. Ram Gopal Mazumdar. Paya vara portal 2 vaati. Anchude. Avadava tindu paya mullegana tindu maatan. First question is, hey, kadavul engada irukku? புண்ணாக்கு தெரியும் தானே ஏன்டா கூடாம அவங்க யோ இஸ் a live video 24/7 feed கொடுத்த மாதிரி you say why didn't Tarveswara temple you didn't prostrate I don't know அதனால தான் அந்த பயப்புள்ள முன்னாடியே கர்மா நின்று உன்னை ரைட்ல போடா குருமா போடுது சுத்திட்டு வந்தேன் see karma immediately acts right so you had wisdom. You should have. He knows it. His uncle got saved from there, illness. The Tarveswara temple. He knows all. But why? What made him not to bow there? It's the ego. Right? That has to be demolished. Right? So that is the reason. First thing he asked there. எந்த புண்ணாக்குக்கு நீ வந்துட்டு கடவுள் எல்லா இடத்துலயும் இருக்கான்னு சர்வவியாபின்னு சொல்றவன் அங்க bow பண்ணாம வந்த First thing he asks is that. போறப்போ பவ்யமா bow பண்ணிட்டு சாத்தாம 10 தடவை விழுந்து கும்பிட்டு இப்போ வருதா படணும் பட்டாதான் இந்த ஆத்மாவுக்கு வலி கொடுத்தாதான் 6 மாசம் வலி கொடுத்தாதான் தெரியும் நம்ம பண்ண தவறு இல்லைன்னா அது புரிஞ்சுக்காது அதுவும் தெரிஞ்சுக்காம ஆத்மாக்கள் இருக்கணும் ஐயோ அது நடந்தது எதுக்காகன்னு தெரியாம இருப்பாங்க they don't know that and because they got to learn harder way harsher way harsher way you get it because they don't get it but they want it so you got to learn harsher way means you got to learn harsher way so he gives it so much for us unconditionally his true love and every year we learn in a way that no one can teach us right I don't know what we're going to do to him but eventually whatever he has given we have to give it back that's what Param Guru or Sri Yukta says so you want to keep it with you all the knowledge and all the wisdom and all the Paramatma that you saw it and you are enjoying it are you going to keep it with you no right you got to give it you just got to give it so when that state comes you're going to do it everything he tells us so that we are completely fulfilled Atma where it doesn't need to go to 3 lokas. One package, one deal. You get everything, you don't need to be in Hiranyaloka. It will be fun. You can do it now. You can go to Hiranyaloka now. Tonight you can go. In your dream. Astral world. You can easily go. You were there once. You can go many times. Okay? Easy. Karmaloka a little bit hard. Where when you don't have dream, you are in Karmaloka. The deepest sleep. Where there is no only nothing is there. Right? So that kind of thing happens. But it sounds all good. எப்போ வருவாரோ எப்போ காட்டுவாரோ நமக்கு என்ன நடக்க போதோ இல்ல டிசைர்லெஸ் டிசைர் ராம் ராம் போலாமா You got it?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. All right, let's stop.
Life still it is there.